of the internet! Welcome to the Gallant Horde. Today we are going to be playing a game called the Druids of Ijala, which is based quite heavily in my home continent, because I am from South Africa. So there's going to be a lot of African stuff happening in this one. Before we do that, though, we're going to do a couple of little announcements. The first is that we, in every game, do an in-game giveaway. So what that means is that if you are in our chat, you can enter to win an in-game item, which you can then either keep for your own character if you are a Horde member, or gift to any character in the Gallant Horde. Today's item is a thing that my 10-year-old picked. It is called the Dusk Crusher, and it is basically a weapon of Paylor. I'll let you look it up. Adam's going to post a link in the chat, I believe, to the D&D Beyond page for the Dusk Crusher. But if you would like to attempt to win it, you can type !Paylor in the chat once it goes live. I don't know if it's live yet. You might have to wait till Adam actually makes the giveaway go. But yes, you can do that, and we will draw that at the break. There we go. Now you can type it. !Paylor. Make sure you spell it right, because if you don't spell the god's name, he will not look favorably upon you. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is that today is the very last day of Adam's Fallen Paladin Crafts D-Stash auction. He is currently in the process of auctioning off everything he has sitting around the house that he has made over the many years that he has been doing chainmail jewelry. There's a lot of it. Please buy it, because then we will have more space. There's quite a lot of stuff in there that hasn't been bid on, so you can get something really pretty for probably really cheap. I'm sure he will. He already has dropped a link in the chat, so go and have a look. That auction closed. You should definitely go and take a look. The other thing that I'm currently working on is a Wolfenute thing. We are crowdfunding a page-a-day Pets of Wolfenute calendar. Those of you who don't know about Wolfenute, it is one of my other many projects. Go and look it up, wolfenute.com. But the gist is you can buy a page in the calendar and put your pet in it. And then the proceeds that we make from that will be distributed between a number of animal-related organizations and charities around the world. So it's a really good cause, and it is a lot of fun. So go and take a look at that. That's all for today, I think. Unless any of you have awesome projects you want to tell us about. Anyone? Silence from the peanut gallery.
Kind of.
Yes! Tell us about your awesome project.
I am opening up an Etsy shop on the 1st, so in a couple days, featuring different nerdy things. I have some little potion bottles that I made with different little potions, and yeah, doing little prop chests for D&D and
Awesome. What's
dice
the link?
trays and everything.
Website.
I will find that.
Okay.
It's the Dreaming Dragon shop on Etsy, but yeah.
So what kind? Dreaming Dragon. Is that what you said? Yeah. Cool. Sweet. All right. If that's all for today, we will dive right in. So today we are going to attempt to convince one of the druids who lives in Ijala to come and work for the lady managing her menagerie. That's what you're trying to do. Before you enter the throne room, I'm going to ask you all to introduce yourselves and your characters very briefly, just so that anyone who's watching for the first time has an idea of who you are. I won't make Lacey go first because it's her very first game. Let's start with Jacqui.
Yeah, well, Murmur's been around a few times now.
Yep.
So I'm Jacqui. I play Murmur, the Genasi Paladin Bard multiclass.
Ooh, we got some Bard in there now.
Yeah, we got some Bard.
Leslie. I nearly said Miz just then.
I'm okay with that. I play Miz. So Miz is a red tiefling who is a sorceress / rogue.
Ooh, Rex.
Yeah, I play Kolnas Potwatcher, the Halfling Bard.
And Alex.
I am Alex. I play Harper Teoth, who is a human abjuration wizard.
And Lionel.
Hi, I'm Lionel. I'm playing Wasitum, the Druid Cleric / target of choice.
And then Lacey is your very first game today. Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I'm Lacey, and I'm playing Baeshra, the Lizardfolk. She goes by Ray, and
Ray.
she's Circle of the Forest Druid.
Awesome. All right. Well, before you enter the throne room, Naya, as usual, is sitting at her little table just outside, handing out buffs, as she does. I assume you've all already had that conversation with her, and you know what she's given you. Who has the death wards today?
Me.
I do.
Cool. And you all have some extra hit points and all that jazz, so you know what you have, right?
Yeah, she's doubled my hit points.
31,
Nice.
I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, 31 total.
Before we enter the throne room, there's been a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes in the last 2 weeks. So we took a week off because we had to take the kids to visit the grandchildren. We have a Discord server where a lot of roleplay happens between games. You can get access to that by subscribing to the channel. If you're a Twitch subscriber, you automatically get access to all those channels in our Discord, so you can watch it all happen as it unfolds. But to give you a very brief rundown of the important points, because there was some pretty hefty story stuff that that went down. Eclipsis, our Drow Paladin Warlock, had a strange dream involving a woman, an elven woman dressed in shadows, who basically congratulated her on her excellent work and told her to protect her. She woke up and she had a mysterious tattoo on her arm. She was understandably a bit confused and concerned about this turn of events, so she took it to Naya to have a look at. And Naya rolled extremely high. She rolled a natural 20 on her religion check and was able to recognize the symbol, which was a half moon on her arm, like covered and crusted with ice, as the symbol of Queen Mab, who is the queen of the Unseelie Court. Naya, because she rolled so high, could also tell that Queen Mab is Titania's sister, which was interesting since they had just retrieved Titania's wand from the Feywild. Naya then did a commune, and the 3 questions she asked and had answered were as follows. The first was the person that Eclipsis was instructed to protect the lady? To which the answer was yes. The second question was, is the lady's true name known to the members of the Horde? To which the answer was no. I feel like that was fairly clear. And the third question she asked was, is the lady Titania? And the answer was yes. However, despite all these excited faces, there are only a handful of people in the Horde who actually have this information. I'm not going to say who they are because a lot of those conversations have happened behind the scenes, like in secret enclaves. So there are definitely some people who are aware of this information, but it is not yet common knowledge. And I know who knows, so no acting like you know if you don't. So that's what you missed if you weren't in our Discord. I've been holding on to that reveal for months. So I was very excited that it came out. But yeah, that's where we're at. They also tried to scry on the lady, which failed, which was perhaps not surprising. But yeah. So that's where we're at. So with that amazing piece of information, we are going to dive into this game. So, you all enter the throne room, as usual. The lady is wearing a really beautiful, vibrant dress of multicolors in like geometric shapes. It is a sleeveless dress, so it's just like below her arms, and it drops down to the floor, and it has these beautiful like primary colors, geometric shapes all over it. and she says, "Hello, adventurers, and welcome."
Milady.
Milady.
Lady. That's
Good
quite a
day.
gown.
Thank you. Thank you. It was gifted to me by a friend. So today I am asking you to go and visit the Druids who live in Ijala. Ijala is a strange place. It is likely very different to anywhere any of you have been before. But the Druids there are the best in the world, and I'm hoping that they will send one of their people to come and help out with the menagerie. So if you could go and perhaps just ask them for that favor and see if you can get one of them to come back with you, that would be wonderful.
Strange.
Are they
in
currently
what
aware of
way?
our arrival?
No, but I can give you this. And she pulls from behind a random pocket. She does this all the time. She just like pulls things out of midair. A sealed letter. And she says, "I can give you this. It's sort of a letter of introduction. It might help." Who is taking the letter?
Take that.
Okay. Murmur.
Favor or employ?
Well, it's a little of both, really. They don't have a great deal of use for gold, but they, as those of you who are druids will know, have a great deal of use for exposure to strange and wonderful creatures.
We are getting quite a few of those now.
So I'm hoping that they will send maybe one of their younger members who has a lot to learn as kind of a learning situation. And in exchange for that, they will take care of the creatures and animals for us.
Sounds about right.
And if they refuse,
Well, I don't really want anyone taken by force. I would prefer them to be persuaded. But I'm
sure we can persuade them.
several of you are quite good at that, so that shouldn't be a problem.
We are extremely persuasive.
Do you have any questions before I send you on your way?
You said this place was strange. Strange in what way?
Oh, it's just unusual. The creatures there are different to probably things that many of you have seen before. It is quite wonderful, really, but probably just a bit different to what you're familiar with. Not strange in a bad way, just different.
Right.
I suggest that
Have
you
you ever-
act politely. Those of you who've been to the Feywild, it's a similar kind of... It's not weird in the way that the Feywild is, but etiquette is important.
Have you already been there? Does your name carry any weight over there? In addition to the introduction letter.
Well, the letter should help. It has been...
We're not.
It has been many, many years, but it should still help.
Are we going to get teleported into a random space where we're not wanted again?
No, I'm getting better at that. I've been working on it. I'm going to attempt to put you just outside of their village. It should be okay, I think.
When you last had communication with these druids, on what kind of terms did you part? Was it amicable or otherwise?
Oh yes, we were on very good terms.
Good to know.
Would you have some, I don't know, some trinkets to remind them who you are and who we are coming from? Because the letter seems a tiny bit official and doesn't seem very friendly to me.
The letter will suffice.
The letter will suffice. Fair enough. Off we go.
Any other questions?
None that come to mind.
Excellent. Yes.
Ms. will step up and say, after my last expedition, I have struggled with some of my own emotions regarding our safety. Could I persuade you for a small favor or token that I can carry with me to remind myself of your wonderfulness?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Yeah, I probably should have thought about how I was going to word that, but All right. And then I have.
You have advantage from.
Yeah.
Maria's.
Okay.
Yep, that's fine.
Just
You
double
can,
checking.
yeah.
Dirty 20.
She says, "Well, I understand that you've had some interesting missions recently. That last one was, well, I didn't expect it to be so difficult, personally. Let's see. Perhaps I can come up with something." And she sort of waves her hand, and in her hand appears it's a necklace, like a like a leather thong, and on the end of it is a brass sun, like just a simple brass, like sunburst. And she goes, "That should help," and she hands it to you.
Also, my lady, before we leave, are we still be using the same command word to get back? Otherwise,
Oh, yes.
Introducing who we're coming from could be a slight issue.
You don't need to use my name, just give them the letter.
Just double checking, my lady.
In fact, really, it's probably better if you don't go saying that name aloud all over the place. Why do you think I use it as a command word?
Very true, very true.
All right.
Okay.
Are you ready to go?
May as well put on the necklace.
I guess we are.
All right. Very good. Good luck. And she claps her hands, and you all feel the familiar teleportation tug, and you find yourselves in... No, I don't have a map for that, so we'll just theatre of the mind for a bit. You find yourselves in it's essentially a savanna, right? So there is... It's quite warm. It's pretty warm. Those of you who are not used to hot temperatures would be feeling a bit sweltery at this point. Definitely starting to sweat right away. And there are loads of like kind of scrub
I'm struggling
bush
in this armor.
and yeah,
Harper's
and
fine.
like acacia trees. And then just ahead of you, you see what looks like, in a desert it would be an oasis, but it's like an area of trees and kind of it sort of descends into the ground. So there are trees around it, and then there's like a passageway that leads down, and you can see very clearly two figures at the entrance to the passageway. What would you like?
Because like guards?
Yeah, like people kind of just making sure, just keeping an eye on things.
As soon as we land, Harper's going to cast Mage Armor on themselves.
Okay.
And the
are
Arcane
we-
Word comes into existence.
Are we on sand?
Yeah, it's yep, pretty much. It's not like desert sand, but it's like sandy. It's quite hard, but it's sandy-ish.
Kolnas is still gonna like squat down, and he's gonna scoop a little bit of it up into a sort of like little bundle and put it in his little pouch.
Okay.
Are you going to throw that at someone?
Maybe.
Excellent.
I am just shifting very uncomfortably in this armor. It is way too hot.
It's warm, yeah.
What do you mean it's hot? This is what it's like where I come from. Although it's at least sandy.
No, it's hot.
Harper is like wearing almost nothing.
Harper's gonna get sunburned.
Harper's
Like-
already very tan. It's gonna be harder to tell.
Leather armor and brightly coloured robes. Like, literally, I'm layered up here.
What would you like to
Stand
do?
in all the scales.
Yeah.
Like it.
Who would like to introduce the group to the guards?
I feel like I'm
Yeah,
probably
shall
gonna
do
say
it.
the wrong thing.
Well-
Possibly someone with the letter might be beneficial to.
Yeah, this thing. Fine.
That makes sense. So I just give Murmur a high five and give you guidance.
Thank you.
All right. So you're gonna approach.
Yeah.
Okay. As you approach them, you see them sort of stand to attention. Like they were just, checking out things, and they kind of stand to attention. And as you get closer, one of them goes, "You just appeared out of nowhere. That's suspicious.
We were sent by a friend.
Oh, yeah? What friend would that be?
I'm going to show the letter. Do we have
Alright.
someone I can talk to about this?
He takes the letter from you and he looks at it, and on the front is a name, which he never bothered to look at. And he goes, "Wait here, please." And he goes inside. And some time passes.
I'm gonna sneak up, like not sneak, but like move up closer to Murmur.
Okay.
Like
The second guard
keeping-
stays.
What's that?
The
What's it in?
second guard stays where
Yep.
it is.
He stays.
Okay.
He doesn't look really concerned. He's just like hanging out there, keeping an eye on you.
Okay.
After some time passes, the first guard comes back and he says, "Come on in." And he moves in, and you follow him.
I'm going to gesture to everyone else. We can come.
I'm already moving in.
Yeah.
You end up in a place that looks like this. So, it is it's like indented into the ground, and where the sort of landscape around you has been quite arid, just a few little scrub bushes, some acacia trees, this is lush. There are loads of plants. The trees like grow up into almost walls, and then there are little like passages and ladders that go up, and passages leading into what seem to be like abodes, but they're all built out of trees. Like they're not houses, they're all built into kind of trees and woodedness. There are kind of there's an outdoor eating area that, again, all the tables and chairs are made out of natural things. So the whole thing has essentially been Druid crafted into this kind of village area. And waiting for you is a man and a woman. They are both human. Everyone you've seen so far is human. Tall, really strong looking. And the woman comes forward and she says, "I believe you have a letter for me."
Oh, yes, and I hand it over.
She takes it from you and breaks the seal, opens it up, reads it, and then she goes. And she goes over to her husband, or to the man, who's her husband, and hands it to him, and he reads it also. And then they have like a hurried conversation in a language none of you have ever heard before.
Damn it.
Huh?
Damn it, I have the observant fate. I can read lips.
You can try, but it's not a language you know.
Yeah.
And then she comes forward and she says, "Welcome. You come from a very illustrious leader. She's asking a great favor of us. And I do not want to decline, but it would leave us short-handed."
I take it you need something in return then.
"Yes, well, perhaps. A favor. You..." And she looks specifically at Murmur, and she goes, "You seem like fighters, maybe? Strong people?"
Maybe.
Some of us are stronger than others, but yes.
We have
Especially
a-
says that Wasitum just buffers his chest a little bit.
"We have a small problem. Come, sit." And she leads you to the tables. Are you following?
Yeah, I follow.
Yep.
Yep.
She sort of gestures for you to sit down, and as you sit, you see a couple of other people coming in with platters of food, and it's all vegetables. It's all like really beautifully roasted root vegetables and fruits from trees that wouldn't usually grow in a place like this, like mangoes and guavas and all sorts of beautiful tropical fruit. And it's all laid down in front of you for you to pick at as she speaks, should you wish to.
I'm totally picking at it, and I've got my notebook out, and I'm writing down like little notes.
And she says,
Is there any animal in the area, or only humans?
"Not that you have seen yet. You can make a perception check if you like."
Yes, please. That's going to be 22.
There are some birds, like up in the trees, but there are no animals in this area at the moment that you can see. Okay. She says, "We here in Ijala, we are the guardians of the creatures that live in this place. We attempt to protect them and allow them to live full and healthy lives. But there are those who would take them and kill them and use them for their own purposes. We've had some trouble recently with a group that has moved in, and they are killing and capturing many of our creatures, and we have tried to fight them, but we are not really fighters. We are more growers and healers. It's a bit of a stalemate right now. We are keeping them at bay mostly, but they are strong and clever. Perhaps you could deal to them.
Negotiate?
Persuade them to leave or remove them forcibly, whichever works best for you. It would be much easier for us to part with one of our people if this problem was not right on our doorstep.
How big of a group are we talking about?
We have seen 5. They are large and they do not look like us. They have many tattoos. They are large and pale and covered in tattoos.
Are they people-shaped or?
Oh yes, they're definitely people. Well, they seem to be people. I cannot imagine people doing such terrible things to creatures, but
You'd be surprised what people can do.
Do they speak?
Never
like
trust
us?
people.
they speak. We haven't managed to get close enough to hear them speak. We have scared them off once or twice with, well, we can make ourselves. She kind of stands back and wild shapes, and she turns into a rhinoceros.
Beautifully done.
And the
Adding
man,
that to the list.
the man beside her says, "We can make ourselves formidable." Sometimes it scares them off, and then she changes back again, and she goes, "But we have tried to fight them, and some of our people were extremely hurt. We would rather not lose anyone over this, but including
Persuade them
you,
to
of course."
leave. Persuade them to leave.
But
If not,
perhaps-
persuade them aggressively to leave.
Indeed.
Is that what you're suggesting?
Sounds like
That
a good idea.
that would be very
Maybe the
helpful
second part.
if you are able to do such a thing. Do you think
You-
that is...
people that got
me
hurt.
personally, maybe not, but this one likes to hit things.
I can make
Your
them hit
people
each
that got
other.
hurt, are they okay now?
Yes, we are very good healers.
We have healers as well as fighters amongst our group if you do need any more help.
Well, the best you could do would be to remove the threat.
Oh, of course, but when we return, if you need any more assistance.
Oh no, we're okay in that regard. We just require, some help.
That said, when we return, we might require the assistance.
We would be happy to provide that assistance if required.
Can you point
Well,
us in
then
the
I-
direction of
Yeah.
where you last saw these people? So that we can
Yes,
start tracking them down.
They come from across the... And she turns to her partner and she says something which sounds like... I've been practicing this one. Ukukrekeka emshlabeni. And he goes, "The crack of the world. There is a crack in the world. They come from across it.
Right.
And then on the other side there are some waterfalls. We call them Izimpopompa Izintle, the Great Falls. Through there is a area of trees, and they seem to be coming out of the trees. We have not followed them all the way back. We chase them off and then let them go.
Do they
Harper
fight
will-
like you do, or do they fight with weaponry?
How do you mean like we do?
Can they
Like,
change?
Do you change into different creatures? Do they?
No, we have not seen them do that. They fight with weapons, and some of them seem to have the ability to do magic.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Absolutely not.
Looking around the camp, is anyone else looking at us? Do I see any glances?
There are a few people around. people who are around are definitely looking at you curiously, but not in any kind of threatening way. Clearly, the people you are talking to are extremely important. And so, as far as they're concerned, if they're talking to you, you must speak it cool. So there's curiosity, but not aggression or anything like that.
Okay.
Harper will summon Evie and send her up to above the trees to have a look around and see if we can kind of discern the direction we need to go.
Okay. Make a perception check as Edie.
Alright.
While that happens,
One of those was a 2, but the other one was a 15.
Okay.
Plus something.
You're not meant to fly her into the tree.
It's an
So-
18 total.
As she goes up, it's really easy to see, like a little way to the west, there is what looks like a gigantic ravine across the landscape. It's not subtle, like it's, when they
I
say
didn't
it's
think it was, but
the crack in the world, that is literally what it looks like the world has just, and there's a ravine there.
Can she tell, or at least Harper seeing through her eyes, how wide it is?
Or if there's a path across?
It's not super wide. It's not like Grand Canyon wide.
Yeah.
You can't see a path across with that roll from this distance, but it's not that wide. Like
Something to look at when we get closer then.
100 feet maybe.
I mean, it's still pretty wide.
It is pretty wide, but not like kilometers wide.
Yeah.
Have you told us what you've seen, or are we just, like, you keeping that to yourself?
They would be just relaying it as they're seeing it.
Okay, I'll turn to an important boss lady and go, sorry, can I have a name to go with the important boss title that you have, please?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was a little thrown by your letter. It's been a long time. My name
You
is...
did say.
Yes. My name is Ntlakanipo. Do you want me to spell
Gesundheit.
that for you?
Either spell it, or I'm just going to turn around and go, is there a nickname that goes with that?
No. NHL, aka Nipho. It means wise one in Zulu.
Very nice.
Ntlakanipo.
Like I go to the important boss lady and say, with all due respect, dear colleague, would you be deeply offended if I were to look around a little bit on your treatment of animals? I have come to be a little suspicious of people, as I am very more trusting of animals than people. I wouldn't want to do a favor to someone who mistreats their animals. Would you mind if I just make sure that you treat them with respect and care?
Well, we do not keep animals. We simply
do not?
guard
Okay.
them.
Okay.
They live free on the savannah. We just try to protect their space from those who would kill them for their
I
own
appreciate
uses.
that. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah.
And he steps back.
She seems to respect your diligence.
I was just pure and simply going to ask, is there a way across the massive ravine that we have to traverse?
I believe there is a bridge of sorts. To be honest with you, given our skills, we usually just fly over if we need to get over.
Some of us are a little more landlocked, I'm afraid.
Yes, I haven't thought about that in many years, but yes, there is a bridge, I believe.
Unless some of your colleagues would be willing to assist us across.
Well, we have very important work. No one here is idle right now.
Well, kind of think our work for you is important as well.
It is. Please do not misunderstand me. She sort of waves the letter and she says, I was given to understand you were all very adept at problem solving.
We are. It's just sometimes problem solving can be quicker.
Well, there
with
is a bridge.
A bit of help. Okay,
We'll
bridge it
find
is.
a way across,
It was worth a try.
promise.
We'll deal with that. Don't you worry.
General direction of bridge?
She tells you where the bridge is. Gives you instructions for how to reach it and all that jazz. Yeah.
I will literally note it down.
Okay.
Ms. will offer them toffees.
She goes, oh, thank you. And she takes one. Do we eat these?
You should.
Let's unwrap it first.
Yes.
She unwraps it and pops one in her mouth and she goes,
Yeah, it might
She
take a
chews
while.
for a while and eventually manages to, she goes, very unusual, sweet and chewy and delicious. Do you have any more?
I'll give her all of my toffees.
I'm
She
going
thanks
to
you
make.
and
uh,
start like handing them out to people to try.
Can I just keep an eye on Wasitum and make sure he's not trying to hand out cookies to people as well?
He already is. He's like far gone. Like the closest people who are near the conversation, he's just like distributing them. Like here you go, here you go, here you go.
What's the term? How dark are the cookies you're handing out? Because your cooking
Dark.
skills aren't amazing.
Oh no! They are extremely dark, yet they are not burnt. It makes sense.
Did you put charcoal in your cookies?
It's
I
gunpowder.
will neither confirm nor deny it.
Seriously, do not
And
give
even
this
if I
gunpowder.
were, it is good for digestion.
Of course it is. Oh geez, I haven't been paying attention. But Wasitum, you have DM inspiration, Twitch inspiration.
Thank
So
you.
that's advantage on a roll
Thank you.
of your choice. Cool. All right. What are you doing? They feed you well before you leave. Like there's just if you run out, another platter appears. That's how it goes.
On top of the
Kolnas
heroes
would have
feast we
already
had
figured
before
this
this
out.
started, this is going to be
What's that?
interesting.
What
I said we had
happened
the well, we
Oh,
had the
heroes
heroes
feast,
feast
yeah.
on top, so this is interesting.
It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah. Is
done in like a. It's just that there is always something available for you to nibble at if you so desire. It's not like
Is
if you
there
don't
any
eat it, they're going to
fruit?
be. Yeah. Is there
Is
any?
there any fruits that I'm not used to? Some
There's
fruits
lots.
that are not found. Lots?
Yep. Lots.
So for each fruit that Wasitum nibbles, he takes another one that he stashes away.
Okay.
I
cool.
was totally gonna do that for you, but
Cool.
Why do you reckon I was
Um,
writing down what all of them taste like?
Research that.
Are you trying to be sneaky about it, or are you just doing it?
No, just doing it.
I was talking to
Let's just
Wasitum.
go. Oh
Okay.
no, not at all.
So a woman who notices you doing this disappears for a bit and then comes back with a bag and hands it to you, and it is a bag full of mangoes and guavas and bananas and lychees and pineapples and all sorts of like cool tropical fruit you've probably never encountered.
His eyes go wide, extremely
And
wide.
she says something to you which you don't understand, and the
The wise
main
one.
woman, the wise one, says, she says, you seem to enjoy our fruits, and she would like you to take these with you.
He kind of looks around in his backpack trying to find what he can find, and gets out the bag of herbs and gives it to the lady and turns to the boss lady saying, this could improve some of your meals if you just like spring them along.
Say, thank you, and she disappears off, taking them with her.
I take the bag of fruit and just on my shoulder.
We're so
Perhaps
invested.
You know,
Perhaps you should leave the bag here. We are coming
Yeah.
back.
we are coming back.
That's true.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What if we want
Nope.
a snack?
We have to come back to
Then take a
pick
couple
up
with
a-
you, but if you take the whole bag, you're probably going to either lose it or damage it. And I
Where's
don't
Here's
this
your
almost
word
like
of
soft
inspiration, by the way.
Can I at least take a pineapple?
Thank you.
They look
You
so
can
fancy.
pineapple.
The pineapples are very
Okay.
fancy.
I look
So,
forward to
he
Wasitum
leaves-
trying to figure out how to eat a pineapple that he's never seen before.
Me too.
Oh, he is. He is already, like, the gears are working right now.
Awesome.
Alright. So you have a
I
pineapple.
love that we're so invested in this
pineapple, yeah.
cookie shop. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Alright,
Alright.
off we go.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna close my notebook and like.
They sing as you leave. The whole village sings. Like this beautiful. It's in a language you don't understand, but they're singing like jubilantly as you leave their space.
I am
Wasitum tries to
paying
mimic it.
attention to the tune.
Cool.
Yeah,
Kolnas
I'm like trying to
suddenly
figure
has-
out. I'm trying to figure out the rhythm.
It's not hard. It's
Wasitum
very
is not even-
rhythm based.
The fife
even
is
trying to
already out
figure it
and
out,
I'm
she
playing
just
along.
sings with
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So you head on out towards the crack in the world, I assume.
Yes, towards the
Yes,
bridge.
indeed. Towards the bridge specifically.
All right. So you travel for a bit. Make perception checks, everybody.
Yes, please.
I would also have Evie flying probably about 30 feet
Yep.
overhead to keep an eye out.
She can also perception
Yeah.
check.
Alright.
Nope. 7.
7.
22.
Oh,
10.
16
got a
for
12.
Evie and 21 for Harper.
Ray.
Low. Sorry.
Okay. So Harper and Kolnas, you managed to spot as you're traveling through this area a few strange animals you've never seen before. You see a very large animal, a group of them, sort of off in the distance with large ears and noses that seem to fall right to their knees. They're moving in a huge group. There are probably 20, 40 of them together, but off in the distance. Evie.
Every time I see something new, I will like act like a child and point it out to everyone that hasn't noticed.
In that case, the Druids have also noticed, I guess, and you've now can consider yourselves to have seen elephants.
I'm
Harper,
not kidding. Kolnas is like a kid. Just
Yeah.
be warned.
That's fair. You also see a pair of very weird animals that look slightly like horses, except they have extremely long necks and are like yellow and brown blotches all over them, just like nibbling at the tops of trees. If you point them out, which I assume you have,
Yeah.
the Druids can now also change into giraffes.
That's awesome.
And Harper, you see some birds, but they are bigger than any birds you have ever seen before. They have really long legs, and have beautiful feathers, and are taller than almost all of you. And they are just like scratching around in the dirt. Assuming you point them out, that's ostriches. You can put those in your box of tricks.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm. And eventually you come to the crack in the world and the bridge across it.
Because that
How,
doesn't
how
look
sturdy
ominous.
does that bridge look? Because I don't think it looks very sturdy.
Not very. They didn't say it was a good bridge. They never use it. They just knew it existed.
Yeah.
Plain, like ropes on the side of the bridge. Are they intact? Or
Ish.
do they seem a bit weathered?
Pretty weathered.
Mm,
This looks
Okay,
like a bridge
I will-
that has not been used in a long time.
okay. As much as
I have a
possible, I
really
will
silly idea.
cast mending on the ropes and try to get them in slightly better shapes.
Okay.
Just like piece by piece.
Harper, what's your very silly idea? I'm excited.
So I will preface this by saying Harper is very small and they weigh about 80 pounds soaking wet. They are going to use their boon to cast Conjure Woodland Beings and summon the owl.
Okay.
Now, a single owl has a carrying capacity of 45 pounds. Can you hear where
Yeah.
this is going?
A pair of owls.
Oh,
So
God.
one will be able to carry Kolnas, no problem.
So that's 8 owls
problem
plus
with Wasitum
Evie,
as
who is
well.
also an owl, so we have 9 owls.
Okay.
and I want to see if they can carry us across.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna tap
smaller
my
of
boots to activate.
What do your boots do?
I have the boots of flying.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's probably lucky, because you would be the heaviest.
Yeah.
So, Kolnas, you're tiny. Wasitum, you're tiny. Harper, you're reasonably tiny. Miz, what are you? Boy,
I'm not.
would you say?
I
You're
have
not
dimension
tiny.
door. Yeah.
Oh, you
I'll
have
put
a
it
dimension
So
door.
the carrying
How far can
capacity
you take
of
order to
9
that?
I don't
the
know.
carrying capacity of 9 owls is 405 pounds.
Oh well.
I did this math because I wanted to make sure it might work.
Carrying
Okay, let me
capacity-
double
I'm
check.
writing that down. One moment.
Dimension door is like distance on dimension door. Was that?
The
500
carrying
feet.
capacity of 9 owls.
Mrs. weight is 175 pounds.
So the
and
9 owls
then
could carry you.
That's
Say
less
like
than 9.
dimension door might be her saving grace here.
How far does dimension door go? Sorry.
420 feet, I believe.
Oh yeah, then
500.
you can easily get across.
500, yeah, 500.
What
And I
is
can
the
take
carrying
somebody.
capacity of 9 owls?
405.
Oh,
This
Carrying
is giving me
capacity of 9
Monty
owls
Python
is
vibes right now.
405 pounds.
that's going to be a sticker.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
All right. Ray, how much do you weigh?
Oh boy.
That much, huh?
You're a little little.
250.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I'll just wild shape into a spider.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
That works.
In that case, you just bypassed my whole thing. Good job.
I do want to point out something here. How close is she to me, and how big is this spider?
Oh, no.
Are you
I am
wild
Like a
shaping
Karen.
teeny
into
tiny
just
spider.
a little
I-
spider?
It's a giant wolf spider, so it's smaller than a giant spider, but it's still relatively large.
Nope. Kolnas freaks out.
It's probably about the same size.
Oh,
as
no.
you.
Kolnas, literally, if you read his backstory, is terrified of bugs.
And at that moment, the owls come and pick him up and take him away.
You just got inspiration. Chat.
Thank you, chat.
Cool. So I would say in that case that you can probably put like, what's one owl can carry?
45 pounds.
45. So you're gonna need 5 to carry Ray.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's a
I mean-
spider now. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
ignore me.
it lasts for an hour. It's Conjure-Woodland being, so they can just
Yeah.
ferry us all across.
True. All right. So for simplicity, we will say that the owls ferry you all across, except for those of you who can dimension door or fly on your own steam, and you cross the crack in the world without having to use the rickety bridge. Good job.
Now I have an army of owls for the next
And you
hour.
have an army of owls for the next hour.
Yep.
I will take the owl ferry and save my dimension door, so
Okay.
for later.
Fair enough. Fair
Sensible.
enough. Cool. All right.
Kolnas is staying as far away from the spider as he can get.
Fair enough.
Kolnas, make a wisdom save.
You have advantage because of Hero's Face.
You do have an advantage because of where Heroes Feast.
Cool.
I'm grateful for that. 22.
Okay, you manage to control your fear of the spider, and you're not completely freaked and like fleeing it. You're not happy about the situation, but you've managed to like put into your brain that the spider is actually an ally. And although you don't want to get close to it, you're okay-ish about it.
Okay.
All right.
While I wait for everyone to cross the bridge, Wasitum is going to try to nibble at the leaves of the pineapple, and it does not seem to be as tasty as expected, so he will just write down in his little notebook that this is not the way to go.
Wasitum, everything
Oh.
on that plate was yellow. We didn't get much green on that plate.
Maybe you have to cut it open.
Oh, does
Wasitum-
somebody have a knife?
You take 4 points of piercing damage because I rolled a d4 from
Fair
the
enough.
pineapple leaves that are very sharp.
I have
I
a
will-
dagger.
I will hand
Multiple daggers.
Wasitum a dagger.
We all pull out knives.
you.
Like,
I pulled out my long
I don't know how
sword.
to cut this open. Knives everywhere.
Yeah, I'm
Like bleeding from the mouth. Thank you. Oh, that's way better inside.
So you cut the pineapple in half? Is that what you're doing?
No, I just cut the top and kind of
Oh, okay.
scoops
Oh,
from the
yeah.
top.
Fair enough.
He's
enough.
got a pineapple bowl.
Wasitum, you got a
Game
healing
to
word
make
from
it
chat,
work. Yep.
Thank you, chat.
which
This
you
is
get to
going-
double
and
because of your
I get to double, yes, which brings
of
me back
your
to
thing.
full health.
pineapple
chat.
damage.
pineapple damage. Yep. Have you eaten a pineapple? Those things give you acid damage just by eating them, I reckon. Yep.
It's very true.
man.
I'm not a fan. Anyway. Oh,
Onward.
alright. It's
Hey,
much
Wasitum,
tastier on
that-
the inside.
That pineapple, maybe it will go like really good on like a, I don't know, bread base with like cheese.
Kolnas gets halfway through the sentence and dies. No, I'm kidding.
Kolnas does. I don't like it. I just like chaos.
He agrees. Out of character, I will fight you.
Out of character, I would let you fight me.
Pineapple on
Yeah,
pizza
there
is so
wouldn't
good.
be a fight.
No.
You can have mine. Anyway.
What do we
Did
see on
you-
the other side of the crack?
Yes, I was getting to
Yes,
that. I got-
yes,
that was like, what
looking
was
around.
it? What was I talking about before the pineapple stuff happened? Sorry, I'm dying. You see that where everything you've seen so far is this like arid kind of, well, not completely arid, but fairly arid
Dry.
kind of savanna. The other side is, as you look into the distance, you can see more and more trees, and it's getting a lot more, like it's not a sudden immediate forest, but it like changes into a much greener sort of area.
I forgot to ask, how deep is the like ravine thing?
You want to look?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for return
Make a-
purposes.
Perception check.
Okay.
Return purposes.
Ooh, not. 5.
It's deep as fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we
You
hear
can't-
rushing
you
water?
You can't judge. Like you look down, you can see the bottom. There's no water. It's just a floor, but it is a long way down, and you kind of get vertigo-ish for a second, and you can't actually tell how deep it is. It's very deep. Very deep.
Good to know.
We were told waterfalls, so is there? Do we hear any rushing water from the distance?
Make a perception check. Don't trust the trees, says someone.
13. And no, I don't touch trees.
13. No, you don't hear any water at this stage.
As we get closer, I will ritual cast Speak with Animals, then use Thaumaturgy to project my voice a little bit and yell
Okay.
in like bird, like tweeting as I do so elegantly. Hello, inhabitants of the green part. We are coming in peace. Just let us through. We do not mean you any harm. Please do not mean us any harm. Thank you. And I will repeat that in the loop as long as I have the spell up.
Excellent. All right. As you travel towards the greenery, I would like you all to make another perception check, please.
And
19.
19.
I forgot I had inspiration, so I'm gonna use it on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing. Dang it.
23.
23. Nice.
15.
Alright.
15.
Harper got a 7, but Evie and her flying V got a natural 20.
Cool. All right. Well, those of you above 20, you see just at the edges of the trees, but like off to the side, so not in your direct line of sight, what looks like a pack of extremely large cats. They are not things that you may, well, some of you may have seen them before, but they're
The
fairly
what?
unfamiliar. What's that?
is that the big black cats that attacked me the day that eclipses hit my head?
No, these are different.
okay.
These are like a rich kind of sunshine brown color. And a few of them have huge, like, things of hair around their heads, which are very impressive looking. So who was over 20? Evie and Ray. Yes. So you, I love the lions in the background. You can now also put lions on your list.
Point them out.
Yeah.
You'll point them out. Okay, so Wasitum, you can also see them. They look similar to the black ones that attacked you, but slightly bigger and a different color.
If I still have to speak with animals, I will meow at them and tell them that we are friends, not food.
They don't look very interested in you as food just at present. The wrong time of day.
Perfect.
What sort of time of day is it?
By now it's probably mid to late afternoon.
Okay, hot.
Yes, hot. As you get to the tree line, it is it's much cooler. Like once you get into the bit where there's a lot more foliage and a lot more trees, there's more shade, and just the presence of that much greenery makes it cooler. So it's not as bad. So those of you who have been struggling with the heat are not feeling it quite so badly now.
Yeah, I'm grateful for it.
I'm using the rest of my pineapple bowl to put just water from my canteen in it and just have like some, fresh water to give around and like taste like scented water for everyone.
Do you put an umbrella? No, I'm kidding.
Like, I was gonna say, I can literally make it taste however you want. So if you want, like, a pineapple spritzer or whatever to say.
You eventually come to the edge of a cliff face that also has some very large, very beautiful waterfalls falling down. And you can see that this cliff kind of runs, it sort of runs quite far in either direction. Oh, we lost someone. Oh no. She's back. And you can see down below the cliff, it like the river sort of continues and then goes into a much more dense kind of forested area. You are at the top of it, to be clear.
I'm going to crawl to the edge and look over and down.
Make a perception check. Are you looking to see how far down it is? Is that what you're doing?
From my time spent in the Underdark, I know that waterfalls are normally quite deep at the bottom. So I want to see how far down it is to try and work out if, like, that is a potential way down.
Yep.
And I'm going to use my inspiration. And I'm glad I did. Did you say perception?
I did.
So that would be 22.
22? It's probably 120 feet down.
I'm gonna go green and crawl backwards and tell people what I've just noticed. Guys,
does it look like we could find handholds to climb down?
You want to climb down there? Like,
it's not a like a sheer cliff face. It would probably be tricky, but possible.
it's a long way down.
If you're still a spider, you can probably just clamber down quite easily, but
I mean, if we still have the owl, we have that too.
Depends how long we've been walking for.
True.
Yeah.
I'd say you've been walking for half an hour.
Yeah.
So you would still have the owl.
We could have the owls ferry us down.
Well,
Yeah,
given
I'm
the
still
pineapple,
going
already
that
on
way,
the
which
way.
means-
You're already gone. Sweet. Ray's
Oh, yeah.
on the way. Down the cliff face. Her little spider legs. Or big spider legs, as the case may be. I would say you have
Oh,
about
that's right.
20 minutes left on your owls.
Alright, then I can ferry people down.
Yeah. Wing boots, off I go.
Cool.
Yeah.
The whole way down.
I'm just gonna close my eyes and try not to scream.
Okay. Make a wisdom save.
Seriously.
Do you also not like heights? You don't like spiders.
Do you
and
not?
don't like heights.
Yeah, I don't like heights. There was that whole finasco with the tree when we did the tapestry.
Oh, that's right. I remember now. Yep.
16.
16. It's difficult, but you manage to not scream.
Cool.
Just manage to close your eyes and control your fear until you get to the
I'm
bottom.
3 foot tall. 100 feet is like infinity.
Yep. I understand.
I turn to
Alright.
Harper. Has Evie noticed anything nearby that moves that doesn't seem to be animals? Like any big boys by any chance?
Make a perception check for Evie. Murmur, you also got an inspiration from Twitch.
Thank God for that advantage on perception checks. It's a 19.
19? Not yet. It's as you're moving towards these trees, it is getting denser, so it's getting harder to see what's on the ground than up to this point. But there is nothing obviously not natural at the moment.
Seems fine so far.
Miz is gonna
As
cast.
we walk around, I
Featherfall on
try
herself.
to. Sorry, miss?
Oh, I would
Sorry,
just
Miss?
cast Featherfall on myself and jump off.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You float
If we
gently
continue
the
to
ground.
walk, I will try to avoid the trees as much as possible, stay clear of them as much as possible.
Okay.
Just-
It's going to become more and more difficult as you move in because it's getting denser as you get closer.
Yeah, I'm just delaying it as much as I possibly can.
Okay. You don't trust the trees, huh?
I don't trust what's in the trees. Last time there was a monkey that was extremely rude and I had to kill.
Like, trees tend to
I-
try and eat
that
you
too.
from my experience, so, like, trees are evil.
God, I've traumatized all of you.
I mean, the last time I was around trees, they threw rocks at us, so, you know, it's a very
See,
reasonable
trees are
fear.
evil.
No.
The spider's like, what?
Ugh.
You just
Trees
need to
are
learn to
definitely
talk
quite
to
evil.
them. I lived with
Murmur
trees for
seen-
years. They are pretty okay as long as you know, ask nicely.
Murmur saw a tree attack Bumba once, but then she just found out it was Alana, so... Nah, trees are alright.
Oh my gosh.
A dysfunctional bunch. Anyway.
I'm a believer that trees are evil.
What are you doing?
I am keeping an eye out because we should now be in these white people's territories.
Yeah,
Okay.
Keeping an
Nick,
eye
I
out,
just
looking
realized
for
what
them.
I did there, and it wasn't deliberate. But anyway. Kolnas, make a perception check. I might have actually worn my Keyfish shirt on purpose today, I'm just saying.
So that's a
Big perk.
23.
23?
23.
You don't see any people, but you do start to see evidence of something moving through the space that is not animal. Animals leave pretty clear tracks in the bush that clearly look like animal tracks, but you can see pathways that have been actually cut out of the trees. Like it looks like someone's taken some kind of cutting implement and created,
Like-
a man-made path through the trees.
One path, multiple paths.
It looks like just the one.
Okay. I will point it out to everyone and be like path. Like, not animal path, path.
More
Are there
tree
any-
haters.
Are there any
Just to be on the
tracks from
safe
it?
side. Just to be
What
on the
was
safe side, I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. Harper, what was that?
Are there any tracks through this path, like actual footprints?
You can make a survival check. If you wish.
17.
Yeah, there's some pretty clear tracks. These look like big people. Probably larger than your average human.
Everyone's big people to Kolnas, but
Well,
that
that's
sounds
true.
bad.
Yeah, most people are big people to Harper too at 4'10".
And yeah, and clearly not making any real effort to hide their movements through the space. They don't give a shit.
All I want to know is, can Kolnas sleep in their footprints?
They're not that big.
It's fine then.
How fresh do these tracks look? Are they like hours old or are they like days or weeks?
Some of them look pretty fresh.
Okay.
Like probably today. Sometime today. Yeah.
They're that away.
And they're going in both directions. Like this looks like a track that is being used a lot.
Alright, so let's go and maybe try to be quiet.
Okay.
If they're that big, they could probably hit me and maybe knock me out in one go.
Alright, if you're trying to be quiet, make a stealth check, please.
Plus 10 because pass without a trace.
Yeah.
$17.
22.
18.
30.
Yeah, 30 for Harper and 23 for the bird squad.
Okay.
26 for Murmur.
Wow.
He's 6 for Murmur. Good job. So I got 17, 30, 30, 23, 26,
22.
18, 22. Did you add 10?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, cool. Alright,
I feel you.
fair enough. Alright, so you managed to move fairly quietly through this bushy area. The river is making quite a lot of noise, so that helps cover the noise of you moving through. Those of you who are slightly more noisy than the others. And eventually the path kind of veers away from the river. So the river's going in one direction, the path's going in another. And what are you, okay, let's do this. What is your marching order down this path? You can probably go 2 abreast if you don't want to move through the trees. If you're actually following the path.
Not gonna lie, I'd probably be quite close in the front as one of the people that discovered the path, so...
Okay.
I'll be way in the back to give him some space.
Okay.
Thank you.
Who else is in the front?
I will be in the front so that I don't have tall people in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah, I can be in the back since most of them are smaller than Miz.
Okay. So Harper and Murmur in the middle.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm okay with standing next to the tank.
In that case, can I get Kolnas and Wasitum to make perception checks as you move through this space, please?
Right away.
Yeah, of course, natural 20.
Nice.
That's plus 6.
9.
So 26.
Alright, you begin to hear the sounds of what sounds like a people, or a group of people maybe talking to each other, quite far in the distance. You heard it way ahead of time because of the nat 20, but you can definitely hear the sounds of people moving around and talking.
I will turn to the group behind me and just be like, shh, quiet. And I'm going to tell them to wait there, and I'm going to move a bit closer and see if I can understand what the people are saying.
Okay.
Yeah,
In the
did
meantime, Wasitum,
stop
you got
moving?
very distracted because you
I nearly
noticed
tripped
that
over
the birds in this area build really cool nests.
They do.
They do. They're bizarrely
I'm
cool. They look
tempted
like
to
someone
climb up and just
who's
look
like
at the nest.
woven, like actual woven nests out of grass and stuff. They look super cool. Anyway, Kolnas. You're sneaking closer. Are you still following the path?
Sort of in the tree line a little bit, paying attention to where I'm stepping, just
Okay.
like creeping forwards.
Make a stealth check, please.
Do I still have pass without a trace, or have I moved out of range for that?
I think it was from the moment it was cast.
Yeah, I think
Second.
I tend to play it that it's cast on you and then you have it. rather
Okay,
You
than
have
that
to
so-
save it
you
until they
stay-
defeated
yeah,
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 17, or with pass without trace, that would be 27.
Doesn't matter, I rolled a natural 1 on my perception, so.
Yes.
I'm cool.
Take it away.
So you manage to sneak forward and you see a camp. So you would probably be, where are you here? Kolnas, there you are. I don't know, behind a tree somewhere maybe? You would be coming in from, oh, hang on. You would be coming in from the top of this camp, so you'd be coming in from like here.
So yeah, I'd probably...
So maybe we'd put you behind the, oh, yeah, one of those trees anyway. That's kind of the direction you're coming in.
Okay, yeah.
And you can see a couple of large people who you, given your background, would probably recognize as Goliaths.
Yeah, I definitely recognize those.
Yeah.
After a while, Harper will cast message to Kolnas and go, "What do you see?" You can reply to this message.
There is Goliaths.
You can definitely see one of them kind of just wandering around, clearly like on watch, but not very alert about it. And occasionally he is singing badly.
Is that a big cart?
Hang on, sorry, I moved away.
It does look like a bit of a big cart.
It's like a yeah. Well, you can't tell from where you are right now what it is, so you'll have to wait. He is...
I would reply to the message.
Yes?
I'd reply saying that there are Goliath.
Cool.
Harper will relay that to the rest of the group.
He is singing in common, by the way, if you're interested in the language.
That was my next question.
Miss?
Yep. But badly.
Do you know if Ellipsis has a Goliath head?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And I have to stay true to my character. Do I know what he's singing?
Make an intelligence check or a history check. I'll accept a history check, whichever works best for you.
From where I am, what range do I have, like, vision-wise to...
Oh, I'm a halfling.
Natural one. You
I
are
can re-roll that. So I went from a natural 1 to a 18.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
You do recognize it. It is an old folk song about a Goliath warrior who goes to war and returns to find that his love has died of a broken heart due to his absence. It's usually a very moving piece, but this Goliath sings very badly, so it's hard to be moved by it.
Fair enough.
That's why you didn't recognize it at first.
Yeah. Sorry, Wasitum, what were you going to say?
Do I see anything from my current vantage point?
You're quite
for example,
far.
the table. I'm quite far.
Yeah. Because Kolnas went
Okay.
ahead to scout out. I'm going to say we're going to stop and take a break at this point, because once this kicks off, I suspect it's going to take some time. So we will pause right here on the edges of this Goliath camp and take a short 10-minute break. We will now draw the Dusk Crusher. So if Adam wants to do the thing on the thing and tell us who wins that. Oh, look, he's doing a final plug for it. Who has one? Alex! You have a Dusk Crusher.
I don't know what a wizard's gonna do with a hammer, so I'm probably gonna give it to someone.
You can give it to someone else. That's totally fine. Right, during the break, we are going to give away a book. This book, in particular, it is called Fae Fatales. It's a fantasy noir anthology. This was actually the first book I ever made, so it is very close to my heart. It is full of stories that are based in fantasy noir situations, and every story is illustrated, and one of them is by me, which if I can find it, I'm going to show you the picture because it's my favorite in the book. It is called Lady Isabella and the Elf Knight, and that is the illustration, and it is gorgeous.
That's cool.
Yeah. So this was the first book I ever made. Going to send it to someone. To enter, you need to type !noir once Adam sets up the giveaway, and we will draw that after the break. So don't go anywhere. We will be back in 10 minutes or so. We're just going to... Oh, fantasy noir. My bad. !fantasy noir. Forgot what I said I was going to use. and I will send that book to someone. So, yep, we will see you all in about 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere, except to like the loo or to get a drink.
We're live.
Oh, we're back.
Oh, hello. Sorry, we're still working on our transitions. Hello, welcome back, humans of the internet. Okay, we are going to draw the book, I guess. So I am sure that, yeah, we do need to work on that, but that's all good. Adam will stop the giveaway and draw it shortly. In the meantime, remember to check out our Pets of Wolfenute page a day calendar and also our D-Stash auction for Fallen Paladin and also
Again?
Leslie's new shop. Alex! That makes
Come on,
getting it to you
Alex.
easy anyway.
I've had a shit
Today,
week,
jealous.
so I need this run of luck.
Nice. Congrats. I will get you the book. I'll probably just give it to Kat on Monday. That's okay.
I'm really jealous.
We will, follow all those things. I'm sure Adam will drop them all in chat shortly. And a couple of people asked where they can get a copy of the book. It used to be on the Sparabel website, but we now have a brand new Sparabel website, and I haven't put it on that one yet, so I will put it back, and then you'll be able to buy it from there, if you so desire. All right. Also, Adam mentioned during the break that I really should plug Griffin's therapy for D&D characters podcast that he does, given how many of you and your characters have big issues. He does a podcast where he gets letters from fictional characters from various places, and it's like an agony on thing. It's in our ad reel, so you should check it out. If
Yeah,
you're
Kolnas
Most
is already
D&D
done
characters
that.
have like some form of PTSD.
Exactly. He did
I
one
still
for
love
my.
time.
You still what? I didn't hear that.
When we were talking about it, I was like, most of our guys have PTSD.
Oh yeah. He did one for my home game character, Shadow, the Tabaxi Sorcerer, and it was really funny. So it's definitely worth giving it a go. Anyway, without further ado, let us jump back in. Kolnas is currently hiding in the trees, listening to a Goliath sing badly about his lost
Yes.
love, or someone's lost love. What would you like to do?
Bad question.
What are you going to do? That might be more accurate.
The boss lady at the camp said that some of them used magic, right?
Yes.
Which is why I'm staying where I am.
Yeah, I would like to cast Detect Magic as a...
Where are you?
Yeah, as...
Have you joined me yet?
Far.
You're-
No.
You were still
I'm on
all the
this
way
side.
back.
Yeah, I'm still-
I would like to see if I can pinpoint more than just the one that's singing badly in front of me.
Are you saying where you are?
You see, this is why I was going to go to the other tree. Can I try and stealth to sort of like round?
Like through the trees behind what the map shows. Sure, make a stealth check.
Do I still have pass without a trace?
You do. You do.
Awesome. So that would be 23.
Okay. Yep. You managed to creep your way around.
Now can I see if there's anyone else there?
Yeah, well, make a perception check.
Not as good as it has been. So 18.
Yeah, I mean, he's easy to spot. You can see another very large Goliath who seems to be carrying some pretty hefty-looking weapons right on the other side of the camp.
So it's just two I can see at the moment.
At the moment, yes, that's all you can see.
Okay.
You can also, from where you are now, see that inside this thing here, there are a couple of animals. You can see what looks, it's like divided into two sections, and in the one section you can see what looks like a bizarrely stripy horse, And in the other section, you can see again some kind of cat, but not the same kind as what you've already seen.
Okay.
Large cat, like.
Can I glance over my shoulder and see if the rest of my group has tried joining me yet, or listened to me when I said to them to wait?
Have any of you moved, or are you staying where you are?
I was told to stay put.
Yeah.
I mean, Harper would be within 120 feet of the cast message, but that's as far as they would go.
Okay. Wasitum?
Okay.
I would like to cast invisibility on myself and get a bit closer.
Okay. Make a stealth check with advantage.
Yeah. That's going to be 17.
Plus pass without a trace?
Pass without a trace is gone because it was concentration.
Ah, okay. 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 Where are you going?
So I'm not trying to get right in the center of the camp. I would just like to kind of roam on the outskirts of it until I see something that could make noise if it were to fall.
Put yourself
glasses,
wherever you
jugs,
would like
anything.
to be.
Possibly on this side if possible.
Okay, you're down here, so you should be able to move yourself there. There we go.
Yeah, right away. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Do I see something
Kolnas,
heavy? Yeah.
you notice that this guy over here suddenly stops and looks around at the trees on the other side of the camp.
Okay.
What are you looking for? Sorry, I asked you a question.
It does something noisy if it were to fall, like a jug or a glass, something like that on a table, perhaps?
Yeah, these tables here have various, like this is obviously where they eat, and they're not very tidy. So there's a bunch of, those enamel camping mugs and, those kind of things.
And from where I am, do I see the sort of fire camp that's right there?
I would say probably not because of the big tent between you.
Correct.
At the moment,
Then I
it
will...
would take your line of sight. You would be able to see the animals inside the
okay.
cages, though.
I will just, as stealthy as I can, continue to walk down and try to reach more this area. Trying to stay within the trees to help cover my tracks.
Okay. Make another stealth check.
Still with advantage with the invisibility?
Yep, because you're invisible.
Thank you. 18.
Okay.
At this point, I would stealth back and catch far enough back so I can start waving the group towards me.
Okay. One moment, please. As you go under this tree over here, a figure falls down out of it.
Oh.
And this is why we have PTSD.
The trees are at it again.
And she is going to stab you.
Oh. Okay.
Or attempt to stab you. Not very good. 14?
That hits.
That hits?
Would he have disadvantage because he's invisible?
Yes, but she has advantage because of reasons.
Right.
Roguish reasons.
Sorry about that.
Not a problem.
Oh! That's a lot of sneak attack damage.
Not a problem.
Yet.
It's a good day to die.
Death ward. Death ward.
You do have death ward, yeah.
Death ward.
And 31 extra points. But I think your 31 points may have just vanished.
Yeah.
So that is 25 points of damage.
Ouch.
Okay.
And she is is going to attempt to grapple you.
Okay.
I need
Do I
you to
get
make-
any? Yeah. Okay. No.
I want you to make a contested strength check.
Strength.
see if she
Yeah.
can-
Of course.
See if she can grapple you.
That will go well. 13. You know what? I'm gonna use my Twitch inspiration to.
You don't need to. You don't need
Okay,
to.
never mind.
I rolled a 2, so
Mhm.
that's a 3 for her.
Okay, I just slip between the arms.
Yeah, you're smaller than she thought you were. And then she's gonna stand up and she's gonna yell, "Intruders!" I need you all to
Can
roll
I-
in
Ah, shit. Okay.
initiative. What were you gonna do, Wasitum?
I was going to channel divinity.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you
Your
going
And
to
healing
ask-
word.
I would like my god to possibly help that person forget that it ever saw me,
It's already yelled,
or-
though.
or at least to have like a hairball and cannot yell. You're just like.
She kind of already yelled, though.
Ah,
So
okay,
I think,
never mind
I
then.
think we may be
Never
a
mind.
little...
I will keep.
Yeah, sorry.
I will keep that for later. Not a problem.
Yep. Your god has healed you, though. You have a healing word.
Thank you, God.
So I was halfway to sneaking back to get the other people. Would I have managed that whilst he was being attacked?
I mean, I think you would have gotten part of the way, probably not the whole way.
So you said we were coming in from the top, so they'd be not too far.
No, I would say they're like... I don't know, how far back did you stop?
Well, I thought we only stopped like 50 feet away, but
We'll go with that. So you're 50 feet away from the edge of the camp.
okay. Is that where they are?
That's where they are. You're like halfway, so you're 25 feet away. So like,
Okay.
okay, let's have a look here. So, Wasitum is here. He has been stabbed. You, I would say, have gotten 25 feet back from... Why is he yelling at me? Like 25 feet back from the edge of the map, so you're like off the map here, right?
Okay.
The rest
I
of you...
just want to start shouting to the other people. Like
Okay.
I was literally going to get their attention when I saw
Yep.
things were going wrong.
Cool. To be fair, Wasitum was invisible. So you wouldn't have seen anything was going wrong until he was stabbed and came back to visibility.
I mean, with Harper's perception, would they have noticed where he was going?
Invisibly? Make a perception check.
I mean, their passive
I mean,
perception is
have-
19, so...
Have I dropped invisibility though? Should I roll
think
a
that-
concentration check?
I think that if you get attacked, doesn't it go away?
I think
Let me
it's
check
if you
that.
do
If
attack.
you
Oh,
attack,
if you attack.
but it is a
Yeah.
concentration spell.
Yeah, let's try the concentration. That's going to be 16. And since I took 26 points of damage, I
fine.
think I'm okay. I'm still invisible.
Yep, you're still invisible.
Okay, so I wouldn't be shouting. I would be going back to get them then.
To be fair, I would say that most of you would have heard her yell because it wasn't quiet. So I would say you would all have heard her going, "Intruders!"
And I
So-
probably have yelled as well, being stabbed
Yeah.
and whatnot.
So you're aware. But you are 50 feet off the map at this point, if that makes sense. Like in the trees. Alright. So, initiative. Anyone over 20?
21 for Murmur.
Okay.
21 for Kolnas.
Okay, who's more Dexy between you two? I would assume Kolnas.
You might think that.
14 for me.
15.
Ooh, Kolnas. Alright. Cool. Over 15?
19.
Okay. No one else? Over 10?
And
Who got 10?
what's it
Was
do?
it him?
Oh,
Okay.
dice.
Was it him? Alright. Over 5?
7.
Oh boy. Okay. Ms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did you get, Ray?
4.
4. Cool.
Oh no.
Okay. Sweet. So, Kolnas, you're up first.
Yay, never a good place for someone like me, but that's fine. I am going to move a little bit.
That wasn't creepy.
Okay, that made me jump. Right. I want to... You know what? I'm just going to... You know what? I'm going to shoot this guy, the one that's closest to me, with my crossbow.
Okay.
23 to hit.
That will hit.
One thing I never actually clarified, do I only have one +3 crossbow bolt, or is that one pack of them?
I think it was 1 bolt. Because
Okay,
they're very expensive.
They are very, very expensive. So I will not be using that. So that's just 8 points of piercing damage from that.
Okay.
And because I get a sneaking suspicion that he's... Yeah, let's not matter. I'm just going to drop my new cantrip on him as well.
Okay.
Which is Black Flame.
Ooh.
He needs to make a dex save.
Dex save. Okay. Oh. He has advantage on those.
Not good.
That's 19 on both dice.
Damn.
So that's a total of 21.
Doesn't actually say if it takes any damage from a failed save, from a successful save.
Most cantrips don't.
Yeah.
That
If it
sucks.
doesn't say that, usually means it doesn't.
Yeah, no damage. There's a shock.
Okay.
That's me done.
Murmur. So you are 50 feet away off the map, in the trees, and you hear this shout.
I am going to move, and then I'm going to move twice, so I am right up in
Okay.
this guy's face, basically.
Okay. Yep.
And whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to use my bonus action for Shield of Faith to buff my AC by another extra 2.
Okay. Cool. That's you. Harper.
Alright, so Harper is going to move their 30 feet. Do they have a clear line of sight on this guy on the far side of camp?
No, not if you're only moving 30 feet because you're still in the trees. So they would be still obscured.
Alright. Then I'll cast it on the other guy that Murmur has just run up in front of.
Okay.
So I assume I can see him?
Yeah.
Alright, I will cast Crown of Madness.
Oh, good. What does
You
that
get
do?
to use that.
So one humanoid of my choice that I can see within range must make a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by me for the duration of the spell.
Goodness. Cool. All right. That is a 20.
Damn it, that succeeds.
Dirty 20. Oh, yeah.
That's fine. It's a second level spell, I can do it again. On another turn. That failing, they're just gonna firebolt him.
Okay. Cool.
That's a 12.
That misses.
Fuck. And that's their turn.
Alright. Those of you who are now here will see coming out of this tent a younger female Goliath. She is going to come out and look around, and she is going to see probably Murmur, I would say, if she comes around this way. Since Murmur's messing with the other person. She is going to... what is she going to do? She is going to cast... How far does that go? Is that going to work? Oh, yeah? No. Nah, she's just going to cast a Ray of Frost at Murmur. So, that is an attack. 17?
Misses.
Okay. Okay, that's her. That brings us to the dude Murmur's right in front of. Who, alright, he is going to get really angry about all this drama that's going on. To start with. And then he is going to smack you with his sword. So he gets 2 attacks. So that is a 20 and a 23.
Both hit. Armor class is 20.
Okay. So that is a total of 5, 10, 80, 18 points of damage. Slashing? I assume slashing damage. From him. Wasitum, you're up.
Yeah. Do I see Lady Stabby Stab?
Yes, you do see Lady Stabby Stab, because she's like right in your... She tried to grab you, but you were invisible, and so she missed you. She heard you under the tree.
Okay, so Wasitum is going
she's like standing right over you at this point. So
okay,
you can,
well, in that case, say hello to my little friends. I will conjure 8 giant badgers with conjure animals.
Cool. Badger 1.
Badger.
Oh. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. I will make them so that you can control them, and that way you can put them where you want.
Thank you.
Boy, am I glad I'm not scared of badgers.
They can conjure spiders too, I'm just saying.
Please don't.
So I have to roll for initiative for them. They're gonna have initiative of 4. So they're gonna be slightly after me. In any case, that was for my action. As a bonus action, I would like to...
Setting them all together. Carry on.
Lady Stab has not taking any damage yet, right?
No.
Well, I'm still gonna, annoy her. I would like to cast Toll the Dead.
Okay. That's a save,
She
isn't
has
it?
to, Wisdom save 10.
Alright. Give me 1 second. Right, I think you can now control all your badges.
See that?
Oh.
Yep.
Good. I hope you're wise, girl. That's a 9.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, wait.
So,
it's a 10. Sorry. She has a
just
thing that gives her +1 on saves.
Okay, never mind. That's my turn.
Okay. Cool. That brings us to... Right, so, out of this tree over here, you are going to see some arrows coming out. He is going to fire at... Oh no, first he's going to cast Hunter's Mark on Murmur, and then he's going to shoot her. Does that give you... It's just extra damage, okay. Cool. He is going to shoot you, so you're going to just watch crossbow bolts coming out of the tree, Murmur. That is
okay.
a 20 something. 26.
Yep, they'll hit.
Yep. Alright, so that's an extra d6. Cool. So that is 12 points of piercing damage. As this crossbow bolt comes flying out of the tree and just embeds itself in your arm.
You got a healing
I'm
word.
feeling-
You got a
Thank
healing
you.
word, Murmur.
I'm feeling really grateful for that hero's feat.
Ray, you also have inspiration, which means you can roll an extra, like roll it with advantage at any point, once. Okay. This brings us to Stabby. She is going to attempt to stab you again, with disadvantage this time, because she doesn't have sneak attack anymore.
Well, he's
However, to be
Visible
completely
now.
nice, I'm visible now.
Oh, you are. They were both 6s though, so I'll just take that. So that's 6 plus 9. 15.
One of the
15
badgers
hits.
now has inspiration.
Who
Yeah.
has... one of your badges has inspiration.
Okay. Good
So
to
that
know.
hit you?
Yeah, that hits me. And the inspiration is going to go to this one, Timmy.
That is 9 points of stabby.
Okay.
Miz, you're up.
Oh. Okay. I will use my movement and bonus action dash to go 60 feet. And oh, wait.
So yeah,
there we
that'll
go.
put you like at the edge.
Yeah, and then I will use my crossbow to shoot at the one in front of Murmur. Where's that at? 20, dirty 20.
Yes, that will hit.
Okay. I get, let's see. I'm like, I don't ever use D8. Where are, okay, there we go. 7 plus 2 is 9. And then do I get 9 points of damage? Yeah. And do I get sneak attack also since you engage?
Yes, you would.
Okay. That's another 9.
Cool. Wait.
No?
Alrighty.
Okay.
Alrighty. Yep.
Oh, and then I just want to shout at Murmur. Do you think Eclipsis prefers a male or female skull? And that's it.
Very nice. Alright. That brings us to this chap down here, who is going to come to the aid of this. He's going to dodge through the badges to get to you, Wasitum.
Doesn't he get attack of opportunities from
All
them?
the badges, yes, will get attack of opportunities. The ones that he went past. So 1, 2,
So
probably. Yep.
2? Okay.
Yep.
So first one, no, that's gonna be 11.
That will miss.
Second one, 15.
15 misses. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, and then he is going to pull this huge, like, ornate battle axe off his back, and he's going to hit you with it. Or try to.
That's gonna hurt.
It is going to hurt. That is a 26.
Yeah, that hits.
So that is 13 points
Okay.
of damage.
Okay.
Oh, hang on.
That does not bode well.
Please hold while I make notes. Cool. Yep, that is his... Oh, he gets 2 attacks. He's gonna do it again. Oh, yeah, because that's plus 1,000,000. 18.
Yep.
Cocked. So 8 points of.
Okay.
8 points of damage. Okay. Ray.
I'm gonna move my full 40 feet and then dash, which gets me up to what, here-ish?
Yeah. Yep.
And bonus action, drop my shape.
Oh, because you're still spider. Okay. Yep. Alright. So that's you,
That's it.
right?
Yep.
Cool. Kolnas, you're up.
Okay.
Didn't we have the badgers?
Oh, badgers. I
Initiative-
forgot to put them in. Yes,
initiative
you're
4.
absolutely right. Badgers. Yes, go, badgers. Your turn.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna start with Timmy, the one with inspiration. That's a natural one, so thank you. No, that's gonna be 9 for his first attack. Second attack, that's going to be 22.
Who are we attacking?
Oh, I'm sorry, stabby stab.
22 hits, yes.
So the bite didn't work, the claw did. That's going to be 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Then second badger, bite 22.
Hits.
That's going to be 7 points of piercing damage. Now the claws, the 16.
Hits.
Okay, that's going to be 4 points of slashing damage.
4.
Third one, bite. 21.
Yes.
So 5 points of piercing damage. Now the claws, 19.
Hits.
Okay. 6 points of slashing damage. Fourth one, 22 again.
It's
5 points of piercing damage. Now the claws, 17.
hits.
Okay. 6 points of slashing damage. Fifth one, bite. No, 11. Claws. Nope, 9. Okay.
Nope.
6-1. 9 again. Then the claws. That's a natural 1. 7th. 21. For the bite. That hits, I think. That's going to be 4 points of piercing damage. Now the claws. 6, it doesn't hit. And last badger, but not least, 11 for the bite, that doesn't work. And 13 for the claws, it does not work either. You are useless. That's
I mean, that was
it
quite
for
a
the
lot of
badgers.
damage. That was a lot of badger damage. I'm just saying.
Yeah, a lot of badger
lot.
damage. I
She's
do not
just
see
being
stabby
mobbed
stab
by
on
these
the map.
badgers. She's like, ah! She gets stabbed and clawed. I mean, stabbed and clawed. Clawed and bitten by these creatures.
Do we have a token for stabby stab by any chance?
Oh, yes, we do. I just didn't move her. Sorry, my bad.
Not a problem. Just want to like surround her with.
There, she's there.
Oh, she's there. Okay.
Yep.
Let's give her some company. Okay, that's it for the badges. Sorry.
Cool. Perfect. Kolnas, you're up.
Okay. Did I see where the bolts came from that went towards Murmur?
They came out of this tree. Is what you saw. You can't actually see who fired them.
I can't actually see who fired them. That's what I was asking then. Okay, right. So I will move.
Unless you want to spend some time peering into the tree to figure it out.
Not particularly. There's a lot going on.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Bane at the two that I can see that are in range. So these
Okay.
two. So
Yep.
they need to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay, so this is for the top guy. Charisma.
Yep.
I think, no, that's 9 for him.
Oh, that's a fail.
And then she might do better. That's a natural 1. That one's going in the dice jail.
Yeah, so they now
both
have
fail.
to... They're both baned.
Okay, so that's minus D4, right?
Minus D4 to all ability checks, saves, attack rolls,
Cool.
all the tasty stuff.
Do this so that I know what looks like Bane. You look like Bane. Let's do that. And Cool.
And seeing that quite a few people are on this big guy here, she's going to take the brunt of my rage, and I'm going to try casting Black Flame on her again. So that's a dex save. Yep. Yeah, on that one.
So that is 20, dirty 20.
Can I use my cutting words and reduce that?
Yes, I guess.
Like, that's literally what it's for, but that's an 8, so reduce that by 8.
Then
so
12.
So 12 would fail it, so she would take the damage. So 2d8. I've never used cutting words like that before. 5 points of black fire damage.
Okay.
Another badger has inspiration.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Cool. All right. Murmur, you're up.
Okay. Tried and trusted. 2 attacks on the guy right in front of me.
Oh.
So that is a 14 and a 19 to hit.
The 19 hits, the 14 doesn't.
Eight points of slashing damage.
Slashing.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. That's you.
That is me.
Harper.
Alright, Harper is going to continue running. They're 30 feet forward, so they finally pop out of the trees. Looking at this guy that Murmur's been cutting up, how bad does he look?
He... not as bad as you would expect for someone who's been smacked around quite a lot. He does look very angry.
Yeah, that's fine. Harper's gonna try Crown of Madness again on him.
Okay.
And he is banged this time.
Yep. So that's remind me, wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
So want it to work.
That was not good. That was a 10, but I think it's a charm spell, right?
Mm-hmm. That's a charm.
He's raging.
And he's raging.
So he's immune to charm.
So he's immune to charms.
Okay. That's fine.
I believe. Or does he just get...
That's only specific types of barbarians that are immune to charm when they're raging, I believe.
Sure he has. Hang on. Sorry, bear with me 1 minute.
That's the...
While I check it.
Path of the Berserker.
You can't be charmed or frightened while raging.
Okay. So yeah, high level Path of the Berserker is like that. That's fine. Harper is very annoyed, and you can see them kind of like looking between this guy and the spellcaster. They are going to firebolt the spellcaster.
Okay.
That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
That is 10 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And then they're gonna tell Evie to fly at that guy's head and just pick at him.
Does Evie go on your turn?
Technically she rolls her own initiative, but...
Let's just put her on your turn, because that's easier to remember.
So she's gonna essentially give the help action to the next person that attacks him.
Ah, I see. Okay. Cool. Sweet. So that gives them advantage? Is that how that works? Yep.
Yep.
Sweet. Alright, that brings us to the spellcasting lady, who just got fucking fire smacked. So, he is going to... what is she going to do? What do you do? think she's just going to ray of frost you, Harper, because you hurt her, and it was sore, and now her feelings are hurt.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh, I don't know if she can. It's only 60 feet.
I think I'm 65 feet away because I'm just measuring it for counterspell.
Alright, so she
She
can
can move closer to me if she wants to.
She is going to do that. She's going to hop up onto this table.
She fell into my trap.
Just cause funsies, and she's going to ray of frost you, or attempt to.
Sure.
Attempt to ray of frost you. Oh, jeez. Seriously? That is a 15?
15 does hit.
Nice.
It does shatter across the outside of the arcane ward, and Harper takes no damage.
No.
But it hit.
Cool.
Amazing.
I mean, the ward takes the damage.
Oh, okay.
So, but Harper themselves doesn't appear to be hurt.
That is 10 points of... I lie. Yes. No, I don't lie. 10.
Right.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Okay. That's her. Oh, wait. She can bonus action things because I gave you guys the ability to do that. What does this do? I think she's going to just do it again. She's not very smart. She's just going to do it again. She's going to try again. It like shattered on your thing and she's frustrated by that. So she just pulls the other hand out and tries with that one.
Yeah.
Maybe this is my good hand. No. I don't think so. 11?
Nope. That misses.
Yeah. Okay. Now we come to the big guy. He's gonna smack Murmur. Because she's right there in his face. Twice. Smack you twice, Murmur.
Yep, okay.
Oh, Jesus. 10 on both of them.
Is that with the minus D4?
No.
Either way, he doesn't hit me.
Yeah.
I forgot about the minus D4. Please remind me if I forget. Alright. So that's a frustrating round. Wasitum, that brings us to you.
Okay. I would like to be a bit risky here.
Okay.
I would like to channel divinity
Uh-huh.
and have the gods of the chat influence the situation. Here's my proposal. On a yes, on a no, it crits me. On a yes, the big guy is hitting stabby stab.
As in
Would that
this big
be-
guy here.
The big guy next to me. If the chat
Okay.
votes yes, it hits his friend. If the chat votes no, it crits on me.
Okay, I will accept that. So so the way this works is we go for a single round. When Wasitum's turn comes back around, whatever the chat has voted, yes or no. If yes, the guy's going to attack his friend. If no, the guy's going to attack Wasitum and crit. Auto crit. So, that is up to chat. We will check in after
Next
a
turn.
round. So that's your action, right? That's how we
That's
did
my
that?
action.
Yep.
Yeah. And as a bonus action, no, I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay. Okay.
I'm good.
So, Adam, if you could set up a vote, that would be super, please. Alright, Purok. I gave them names, you guys. I gave them a whole story. He is going to shoot out of the trees at... I think he's going to shoot Murmur again, because she's right there and hurting his friend. Or Harper. Murmur or... I think maybe Harper. Let's go with Harper. Because
I
of
mean,
the
Harper
fire
has
thing.
tried to summon Crowns of Madness on his friend.
Yeah, but I don't know if he would recognize that as a thing, but he
I mean,
definitely would recognize
I would assume
the
that,
fire.
like, the spell happening, the crown starts to form.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yep. He's going to try to shoot you. Oh, no, but he has... I'm sorry. Yeah, let's go with it, Jax. That's what you decided. Right. He has 2, so he's going to shoot both of them at you. Oh, my goodness. That is 18 for 1 and 15 for... No. That was also a 9. 18 for the other.
Harper's gonna cast shield as they see the arrows flying at them. It's like, I can deal with magic, but not arrows.
Okay. Alright, does that work for 2 actions? Because it's technically
so
2
you
actions,
cast
or
shield
just
and it
one?
increases your AC by 5 until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
So my
Cool.
AC is 19 for now.
Cool. Alright. So they
My
just
ward gets a
glance
bit
off
stronger.
your magic shield.
And my skill gets slightly stronger. Because it regains health every time I cast an
Nice.
inspiration spell.
Alrighty. That brings us to the stabby girl. She is going to... How do you work? Alright. Wasitum, you see her hold her knife and just focus on it for a minute. And as she does that, you see the blade of the knife turn black. And that is all she's doing on her turn right now. I think that's all she can do. Yeah, that's all she's doing on her turn. Ms, that brings us to you.
Okay, I kept missing where the archer was at. Is
He
that...
is in this tree, but unless you actually spend some time looking for him, he's very well hidden.
Okay. I am going to cast... Where is it at? Fireball. About here. So that it will hit both of these two without hitting anybody that I actually care about. And it's a Dex 17 save.
Okay. So
And you have Bane still, right?
And I have Bane, yes, but I also have advantage on Dex with at least one of those guys. So, oh my god. Even with advantage, that's 6 for the big guy. And a 17 for the sorcerer, the magic.
That's what she needed.
17. Okay, but this guy failed.
It's 35 for full damage, and then half for the save.
Okay. 35.
Correct.
Ouch. He's looking pretty hurt at this point.
Crispy
15,
critter.
16, 17. Ow. Alright, so she. They both look pretty rough right now. They're not looking happy.
Alright, and then I will use Firebolt, because why not? What is that? Nat 20.
Who are you firebolting?
The big guy.
Okay.
Okay. So that's, yeah, becomes...
Okay.
I don't ever use the big dice, and I'm confused. Okay. I'm used to my D4s and D6s. 8, 15, plus 20? So 35? That...
35?
Yeah.
He is going to use...
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. He's going to use Stone's Endurance to reduce it.
Okay.
Oh, for goodness sake, that was a 1. So he reduces it by 4. So that's
Nice.
31 points of damage. And he goes down. But he has that awesome Goliath thing, I believe, that lets him pop back up again.
Relentless endurance.
That's the one.
One hit
Relentless
point.
endurance.
Don't they have to make a con save?
I don't know, I'm just trying to find it. Those are barbarian features, I'm sure it's a...
It's a racial feat.
Yeah, I can't find it though. Feet.
Yeah, that's... Okay.
Maybe the stone's endurance is the. Maybe it.
Yeah, the relentless endurance is the half orc.
Yeah. That's
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. He's not going to do that. He's going to lie on the floor and be unconscious.
Yeah.
All right.
My bad. Okay.
And then I'll just use part of my movement to move up over here and check out the dead guy.
Cool. All right. That brings us to this guy, who apparently is going to attack his friend, thanks to chat.
Nice.
Well done, chat.
It was
It's
close.
good.
Doesn't want to
Either
kill
way.
us today.
It's going to be tricky getting to her, I mean, between all the badges, but he's going to give it a go.
But I'm
So-
small, so he can just step over
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Alright. Here we go. 2 attacks on his friend. Oh, that's not very good. Let's go on. So, oh, nobody has this freaking amazing axe that I gave him. So, yeah, that is a 18 and a 15. So one of them hits. Jeez.
That look on your face said she might die.
Already rolled a 1 for the damage though, so.
Oh, crap.
So yeah, ow. But
It's okay,
And
I'm
she's
counting on
confused.
emotional damage.
she's really confused. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? Hit him! God, you do this all the time.
Okay, those 2 are married.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, right.
I was just thinking that.
The chat is right. Wouldn't he have advantage because of the flanking of the badges?
Well, the badges are not his allies.
Yeah, no, they're not allowed.
The enemy of my enemy, though.
No worries. It's already like a good provocation enough that he hits his friend. I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm
No, no problem.
convinced. Just gonna see if he has anything fun. Oh, I could have used that. Oh well, never mind. Next time. Alright. Cool. That brings us to Ray.
I'm going to cast Ice Knife.
Okay.
Knife. At 13.
Who are you casting it at? Sorry? I missed that.
The lady on the table.
Oh, yep. 13 hits. Just. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't. Sorry. It doesn't. Because she cast Mage Armor.
Dang.
Yeah. So, sorry. I had not remembered to make a note of that.
Alright. And then I'm gonna move. I have 30 feet. Over here.
Miz,
Okay.
just so you know, if anything is cast at you currently, with though your spook, you get resistance to any magical effects.
Okay. Thank you.
Because you're 10 feet away from your pally friend. Anything else, Ray? Reminder that you can do cantrips as bonus actions.
Okay, wait. Hold on.
Just because it's your first game, you may not have remembered that that's a thing I do.
Why did I pick stupid cantrips? Nope, that's still me done.
All good. The badges.
Okay, so one of them is gonna attack a big guy. I'm gonna start
Yeah.
with this one. So bite is going to be 17.
Hits, sorry.
Hits. Okay, that's going to be 6 points of piercing damage. And the
Okay.
claws is going to be 20. Dirty 20.
Hits.
For 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And the 7 others are going to go after stabby stab.
Okay.
So first one. Bite 12, no. Claws 19.
Yes.
So the claws are going to do 5 points of slashing. Second one, bite 13, I don't think so. Claw 12, I don't think so. Third one, bite 19.
Yes.
There's going to be 3 points of piercing damage. Now the claws, no, there's going to be a natural 1. Fourth one, natural 1 on the bite. 12 on the claws, not. Fifth, natural 1 on the bite. Go fuck yourself.
You need a
Badger has
badge
just
jail.
been given inspiration
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, one of the badges have been
22.
given inspiration.
Okay, we'll keep it for the last one. 22 on the claws.
Yep.
That's going to be 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Sixth bite is going to be 21.
Yep.
4 points of piercing damage. Now the claws. Ooh, a natural 20.
Okay,
So that's
she's
the-
going to
so
use
that's-
her stone's endurance for this one, just so you know.
Okay, not a problem. So it's
Carry on.
like max damage plus 1 roll.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 16 points of slashing damage.
Is down even with the stone's endurance.
Okay, and well, the last one that has the advantage is going to go after Biggie.
Okay.
So bite 13, no, I'm
Nope.
going to use my inspiration on this one, which didn't help. And then the claws, that's going to be 14, so that doesn't hit either.
Okay.
That's it for the badgers.
Alright, so for the record, this one is down. This one is
You
down.
had something on your face. It was pain.
It was pain, and then it was blissful oblivion. Alright. Okay, this guy in the tree is going to come out of the tree because he's watching his friends fall down and he's not cool with that. Oh, hang on. So he is going to jump down. Sorry, bear with me. Jump down. And he is going to shoot at Murmur because he still has Hunter's Mark on her, which I forgot about last time. No, you're not the right person, you. Right, so he's going to shoot 2 arrows at Murmur. Come on! Oh, that was a natural 1 and an 18, so that is 27.
Hits.
Cutting word.
Okay.
No, it still
what
hits.
Curious what you
fuck,
said
man.
though, because that is always the fun part of that spell.
As I see him go to take the second shot after missing, it's like, hey, you can't hit her still. Like, really benign, childish, you know.
Alright.
But only
So
reduced
that
it by
is
4.
16 points of crossbow damage. Piercing, I assume that is. That is him. Oh, she has to make a death saving throw. Make a death saving throw. Because they have real characteristics. That was cocked. Take all the other dice away. Try again. That was a natural 20.
1 hit point.
Oh, is that what happens if you make a death saving throw and you roll a natural 20?
Yeah.
Death saving throw, natural 20. They come back
Really?
to health with 1 health.
I did not know that. Cool.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
You don't have to abide by the rules. It's okay.
No, I like that rule. That's a good rule.
Well, it's in the
Alright.
book.
So she is back up then. That's her turn though. She's like pulling herself together, like propping herself up on one arm, kind of shaking her head, trying to like
Laid
throw
on the
off all
ground,
the
bleeding out.
barbarian badness. Miz, you're up.
Okay. Let's do. Hold on, let me measure this. Well, you know, I'll just fireball again, like in here to hit both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have been more creative, but it's a Dex 17.
Dex save. Okay.
But it's just so effective.
Did I
It is.
like
It
zone
is.
out
You're
for
not-
ages,
you're
or
not
did
wrong.
we get from the badgers through like half the party?
I have no idea. I wasn't.
Because I think Ms. fireballed after Harper's turn, and Harper hadn't turned. So.
Oh, did I skip you? My bad. I'll put you in
haven't had
after
time
Ms.
I
My
don't
bad.
think Murmur has had a turn either.
How did I do that?
Yeah, because
I
I'm
think,
really
I think
low.
maybe you jumped in at Wasitum because it was the badger.
Yeah.
Oh, because of the
Yeah.
badges.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Ms,
then I'll.
can we come back to you? Is that all
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Sorry, my bad. Kolnas. In that case, let's go with you.
Okay, right. Nice and simple. I'm going to literally point at Archer Dude and go, oh, no, wait. And cast Hold Person on him.
On the
Which-
archer. It's
It's
a
gonna work
wisdom.
perfectly with my plan. I love it.
Which is a Wisdom save.
Oh, for goodness sake! Please tell me you have
Nothing
something
more
that's gonna help
satisfying than
that.
to hear the DM say that.
Yeah, no, it's great. Especially when your DC's quite high.
I'm just checking if he has a way of avoiding this, but I don't think he does. No, that's a whopping 8.
Yeah, DC 16.
Cool. So he
Uh,
is held.
He is, and as a bonus action, I'm literally just going to say over my shoulder towards the spellcaster, you know what? Your spell slinging is as bad as your friend's singing. Just lay down and cast Vicious Mockery.
That's also a wisdom
Nice.
save, I assume,
It is,
with Bane.
with Bane.
Oh, that's not good. 10.
No. And that's, 8 points of psychic damage. Double fours.
She does, in fact, lie down. More precisely, she
Amazing.
falls down.
Amazing, amazing.
She
Although
is
the
out.
chat decided to heal one of the baddies.
Oh, did
Yeah.
they? Which
I
one
believe
did
it
you
was
heal?
for the stabby lady because it stands for badger
Ah.
damage.
Okay, cool. I will give her some points. Stabby lady.
I mean, we
That's
don't know
my
her
turn.
name, but she stabs, so stabby lady.
Cool. Oh. No, whoops. My bad. Sorry, I gave her damage instead of healing her. There we go. Just a bit confusing. Cool. Alright, I got it. Thank you for healing my baddie. I appreciate it. Okay. That was Kolnas. Murmur, you're up.
Well, with the options currently available, I am going to Misty step over to Archer Dude.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hit him twice because he's pissed me off.
Okay. Does that make your whole person go away, Kolnas? If he is attacked?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, just checking. Alright, hit him. I assume you get. What does hold person do? Does she get advantage?
Gets advantage
Yeah.
because he can't dodge.
Any attack
That's
that
good.
hits is an automatic critical hit if you're within 5 feet.
Yeah, if you're within. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, cool. So if you hit him, it's auto crit. Sweet.
Based
Yeah, and
Paladin
I
crit.
want to hit him twice.
Okay. Do it.
So I'm auto critting. So
Advantage is prone, I think.
I mean, you still have advantage because they're paralyzed. You have to
Yeah.
roll, but if it hits, it's an auto crit.
Yeah.
natural 20.
Cool.
Oh, that looked beautiful.
Cool. Alright.
So yeah,
Alright.
I'm gonna put divine smite on that one as well. By the way, Jax.
Alright. Yeah. Yep. Okay, cool. Cool.
I'm not even gonna bother rolling for the other here for a second.
frantically seeing if I have any way of stopping crits, but I don't think I do.
So that's
These guys are poachers, not fighters. I built them as poachers. True to story.
I did tell you, chaos.
26
Fine.
points.
26?
Yep,
Is that including the max damage on top?
that's including the max damage. Yeah,
Alright.
I only get the max damage on the sword, don't I?
You get the max
All
damage
dice.
on any dice you
Or
roll.
whole dice, so it's 26 plus 8, so 34.
Wait, let me put it back. And then take it off, because otherwise I have to maths too hard. Alright.
Straight.
Ow.
Yeah. And then for my second hit. Was a dirty 20.
If that hits. So
Which
that's
is a
another
crit.
crit. Because he's held. Whew.
It's only 15 that time.
Okay. He is hurt. That was very painful. He is alive though, but hurt. Is that your turn?
That'll be my turn, yeah.
Alright, that was Murmur. Harper, you're up.
Alright, Harper's gonna come running up and go, please don't kill him, I want to talk to him.
Uh-huh.
And further action is going to cast Otolith's Resilient Fear on him and put him in the hamster ball.
Okay,
It's a strength saving
it-
throw, because he's paralyzed, he automatically fails.
cool. Wait.
He is in the hamster ball.
He is in the hamster ball.
I
Don't
now
even
understand
know.
why you said that works so well for your plan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this the hamster ball. I don't know.
And then I assume that I can't see past the tent to those other ones, so that's my turn.
Yeah, that tent is
I'm
Goliath
just turning and
so-
looking at you, very disappointed.
You can kill him later.
Cool. That means death save for the sorcerer. Yeah, that's a save. That was a 13. A death save for the barbarian. Oof, that's a fail. And that brings us to Wasitum.
Okay, so as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy to project my voice and make it extremely loud. And I'm gonna yell as strong as I can. Stop this madness now. If you leave now, we will not kill you. Leave now without the animals, or we will badger you to death. This-
Make a persuasion or intimidation check. I will accept either, whichever you prefer.
Both are extremely bad, so... That's going to be 15.
Okay. You're not sure
Yes.
if they have.
I'm not sure.
Yep.
Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to wild shape into a black bear and look as threatening as possible.
In that case, make your check with advantage.
Advantage, alright.
Yeah.
That goes with 17.
Let me move you. I don't know why it's not letting me move you, but I'll just put the bear on top. What was that? 17.
17.
Cool. There we go. You
And
can
that's all.
move the bear.
That's my turn.
All right, cool. He's in a hamster ball. What can he do in the hamster ball? Anything?
Well,
He
he's
can make a
paralyzed
wisdom
in the
save.
hamster ball.
He's paralyzed in the hamster ball. He can make
Yeah.
a wisdom save. Let's see if he stays paralyzed. Nope. I mean, yes, that was a 5 on the die. I'm not even going to bother checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for reference, in the hamster ball, nothing, not even physical objects, energy, or other spells can pass in and out.
Cool.
Though he can breathe.
He is just going to yell really angrily. That's what he's
So
going to do in the hamster
on
And we
each
can
of
also
his
just
turns,
roll the
he
ball
can try
around.
and-
It is literally a hamster ball. You can roll it around.
Cool.
So
Sorry.
on each of his turns, he can try and end the effects of
Yep.
whole person,
The whole
which is the
person.
wisdom save.
Yep. So he failed that.
So he does nothing.
And now he's yelling loudly and angrily from the inside of the hamster. Is the hamster
Without moving his
soundproof?
He can't move or speak as he's paralyzed.
He's just looking mad.
We'll allow that.
Murmur sticks a tongue out at him.
And I thought I was childish.
All right. The stabby girl is now going to stand there, staring this bear down with this blade that is black and almost looks like it's kind of dripping. Breathing really heavily, really angrily, and she's going to say to the bear, "Fine, call your friends off." And she's holding an action.
Can I react to that?
Yeah, sure. You can react to
Okay.
that. What are you gonna
I'm
do?
still
You're a
there,
bear.
so- I'm just gonna growl.
At
I'm
her.
gonna sit and look at her.
Okay. She is going to hold her action for if anyone continues to attack. If anyone continues to attack, she is going to get right back into it.
Can she actually see over the tent?
No, she can see. No, actually, you're right. She can't. She can only see Wasitum and the badgers. So. But you also don't know what she's waiting for. You don't know what
Exactly.
she's doing. In fact, you have no idea.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Ms. Things have changed since your previous plan.
I know. Had to put all my d6s back.
I mean, you could still fireball.
I mean, yeah. Let's see. So let's do. Based on like the commotion and stuff, would we know a general idea of like that Wasitum is over there, or like that they moved that direction or something? Like just to
I
cast
would
message.
say-
I just wanna-
You can definitely hear that there's something going on over on the other side of the camp, and it's probably a safe bet that it's Wasitum. Because he's
Okay,
nowhere else that
then-
you can see, so.
Okay. I will move. Let's do 60 feet.
Okay.
And wait, why is it not working? Oh, there. 45. Okay, I don't know why it's not. Anyways, I'll move over here by the fire. And cast message to. Can I see through there to see that there's
Yeah,
a
I
bear?
would say
or...
you can see the big
Okay.
bear. Yes.
I'll just, I'll cast message. I don't know if he can even respond because he's a bear right now, but I'll just say, like, is everything okay over there, buddy? While I'm, like, kicking through the blankets, trying to see if there's anything interesting.
I'll respond as a bear, considering it's telepathic.
Oh, that's a good point. I assume
Yeah, I don't
that
know.
it's
It's-
wild shape, right?
Yeah.
So wild shape, you still have your own mental stats, yeah?
You
Yes.
keep,
I
you
would
keep
say
your
then-
intelligence.
Then yes, if it's telepathic, you can respond. Because you're responding with
In
your
that
mind.
case, I'm going to reply to Ms. Tell everyone to stand down. Let's let them go.
Okay.
Am I able to relay that, or do I need to wait for...
I'd say you can probably say it.
Okay.
I need
Then
to
I
check
would-
something.
Yell at everybody.
I need to check something, sorry. Oh no. Oh. Oh. Okay.
Oh, she says.
I know.
No, that's fine. That's what you're doing? Cool.
Yeah.
I need to roll a d6. Hang on.
Oof.
This guy with the big axe is going to hit a badger. Because of reasons.
Okay.
He's
And
going
what
to
would
try
that
to
is
hit a badger.
So much fun.
Which
Twice.
one?
The one in front of him.
Another barbarian.
Okay. Oh, you're right.
So that is... Oh, this is the axe of craziness. So it is a The lowest is 18.
That hits.
So they both hit then. That's cocked. So is 12 points of slashing damage to that badger.
It's looking extremely hurt, but it's alive.
Ceasefire is over.
She yells at him, "Fucking stop it! Do you want us all to die?" And he just doesn't even look like he's registering what she said. Ray, you're up. So you've heard Ms. say stop. You've heard some noises and some yelling from the other side of the thing, but you can't really see over that tent.
They're having the marital spat again.
What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna move over here so that I can kind of see.
Okay.
Or attempt to see. That's it.
Okay. It's the badger's turn.
They're going to hold their attack, even the one that is hurt, in case Stabby gets a change of heart. But they're gonna hold their attack right now.
Okay. Kolnas.
Okay, so I've heard people say to stop attacking.
Yep.
So I will stop attacking. I will take my entire movement, which is going to be 50 feet. Yay, short legs.
Little legs.
Which gets me... Oh.
Right next to Miz. Okay. That's your turn?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to push the button again. There's not anything else I can do.
Okay. Murmur.
I mean, I'm a little annoyed I didn't get to finish off Hamster Ball Dude, but... Okay. I'm going to move and then to dash up to there to the...
Okay.
So I can see what's going in from the other side.
Cool. Harper.
Alright, Harper's just gonna move and just leave Hamster Ball Dude there. He can just chill in his hamster ball. Just come and join everybody else and see what's going on.
Okay. Death save for the sorcerer. That's a natural 20. That's the second natural 20 on a death save. So she is up. So she kind of comes to, shaking off her... Oh, wrong thing. Her, you know, unconsciousness. Kind of almost growling as she gets up. Same for this dude. See if I can do it again. 3 times. No, that's a fail. Wasitum.
I will drop my bear form, look at Stabby Stab, and just extend my hand as if I want to shake it. If she grabs it, I'm going to dump a cure wounds, first level cure wounds into her and say there has been enough bloodshed.
She doesn't. She's staring at the other guy. She's not looking at you.
Okay. I will keep my hand up until she decides to grab it. I do say that there has been enough bloodshed that I cast the cure wounds only if she grabs me.
Yeah. Hamster Boy's gonna make a wisdom save since that's the only thing he can do. Oh, that's better. That is a 20, dirty 20.
Yeah, he can move, but he's still in a ball.
He's still in a hamster ball, but he's
The
no
only
longer...
thing he can really do is use his action to push against the ball's walls and roll it up to half his speed.
He does not, because that is undignified. That brings us to the stabby girl. She is going to jump at her friend and push him away from the badgers and Wasitum. Or attempt to. He's going to try. Deciding, oh, that's cocked! God damn it! Oh, that might actually work. Hang on. Oh.
That's bad. Oh.
He has really good strength. It's not enough though, even with the really good strength. Yeah, so she kind of pushes him back. She's shoving him away from... The badgers can get an attack of opportunity on them if you...
They don't.
No. So she pushes him as far as she can, kind of like into that gap between there, and then she steps back. And she says, give him a minute, this happens sometimes. And that's her turn.
Still have my hand up.
She's still not focused on you. And
No
then
problem.
she's gonna just kind of look around and go, so we're stopping? Is anyone replying to
Yep.
her?
Let's stop.
Okay. So in that case, we'll drop out of combat.
I'm gonna go over and drop a cure wounds into the barbarian before he dies.
Okay. That is appreciated. So he is up by whatever you cure him.
So healing word. No, I said cure wounds, didn't I?
You did.
Since the
11
stabby lady
points.
seems... Oh, sorry.
Yep. Cool.
Since the
Got it.
stabby lady seems slightly more reasonable, I'm going
Yep.
to tell her that the people in the camp usually do not fight back. They called us to do it. You do not want more of us to come. We are the least dangerous of the ones that we have at home. Please do not tempt them. Just leave.
Make a persuasion check. With
Yeah,
advantage,
strength
because they're not in
With
a great...
advantage?
Yeah, they're not in a great position to not listen to you right now.
18.
She kind of nods and says, well, it's a big savannah. I'm sure we can find somewhere less problematic to do our work.
What exactly is your work?
We're in acquisitions.
I think that's a
Man,
problem here. And
You
I
know what,
wouldn't
that's pretty
test me if I
ironic.
were you. You see your friend in that ball? I could crush him with my hand if I want to right now. So you will not just migrate on the savannah, you will leave it entirely.
Make a intimidation check. Again, with advantage, because they're fucking hurt at this point.
Yeah.
So. They are really hurt. There's only one of them.
That's 19.
Okay. She kind of nods and goes, fine. We'll leave.
Is she telling the truth?
Make an insight check.
Natural 19, so dirty 20.
He seems to be telling the truth. She's not happy about it at all. Like, this is clearly a very profitable place they've found, and she's pissed, but she doesn't seem to be lying.
Although, if you were to change your methods a tiny bit, we could use some more people for acquisition. Peaceful ones, you seem skilled. You can come with us and maybe, you know, join in.
Join in what exactly?
Mercenary work.
You know what? I'm actually not completely sure.
I think we prefer to work for ourselves, but thanks.
Not a problem.
Since you are in acquisitions, I'm sure you'll have no problem acquiring more supplies. So, we'll take over what you left here.
At least let them take some
Nice.
food.
Okay, food is okay. But all the shinies,
They can take food and basic supplies, and they can leave with their
Well-
lives.
The things we acquire are in that, and she sort of gestures to the covered wagon with the animals in it. So you're welcome to
they-
take them if you want.
That you're leaving. And anything valuable.
I wouldn't mind the key at the very least.
She pulls a key out and hands it to you.
Thank you. And Wasitum goes to open the door and just like speak with animals and tell them to run away.
They do immediately. There are 2 zebras and a leopard in there.
Okay.
If I ever hear any word of you or people you associate with entering in this kind of thing in the savannah or moving into acquiring people, that will be the end of your days.
I'm totally using prestidigitation to make black smoke come up out the ground beneath her now.
She
And
like,
Harper kind of raises a hand where there is a shackle.
yeah.
I know what it's like to be on the receiving end of that, and my wrath will not be pretty.
and I'll use
Fine.
thaumaturgy to make gentle tremors.
Fair enough. She does seem rattled, but she's doing her best to hide it. You also notice that after a couple of seconds, the big guy next to her kind of seems to come out of whatever he was in, and he was like, "Oh, sorry, that happens sometimes." And she just kind of rolls her eyes.
Totally married.
Harper
I
releases
got
the
the game.
hamster ball and says, "Go before I change my mind and decide that I do want to kill you."
Okay.
I go to
So-
I go to him, extend a hand, dump a cure wounds if he grabs it,
Okay.
and gently whispers, "You can't be all bad. You hit a badger. You're right in my book."
He sort of shakes your hand, just like out of a reflex, and is confused by the fact that you healed him. Do you want to look at how much you healed him?
He gets 7 hit points.
Cool.
Murmur's kind of just stood where she is, like guarding where where the wagon is and the tent next to her. Just
Okay.
if any of them come towards it, nah.
Cool. All right, so you're letting them go?
Yep.
All right, she kind of gestures with her head, and they all get up and, in various stages of hurtness, follow her, and they disappear off into the trees.
I make the badgers move into 2 rows to kind of make a path for them, and make them growl
On a
as
guard.
they walk away.
Cool.
Miz
go-
begins looking in the tent.
Do they
As
take
soon
their
as they're out
unconscious
of
friend with
sight,
them?
He's not unconscious.
Kolnas healed him. So he's
As
still
soon
unconscious
as
on the
they're
map. but
out
he's
of
not
sight,
Okay. stop
I
it.
release the badgers and start to hyperventilate.
Okay. Ms., you're checking the tents? Make an
I sure
investigation
am.
check.
Okay,
Harper's gonna look
probably
around
gonna
for
end up
things as well.
using my inspiration for this finally. Let me double check really quick.
I would totally be investigating things
Anyone
too.
who's having a look,
I think pretty
can
much-
make an
I'm
investigation check.
not.
I got a natural 20.
Yep, use an inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
28.
natural 20.
Oh, that's
28
so
total.
cool.
13.
Okay.
24.
You find between you a variety of animal catching things, what you would expect, nets and traps and bits of like those snares you put in grass in like grass to grab things' legs, and none of it is very nice. It's very functional. It's very, we just want to catch these things, we don't actually care about their well-being.
And we destroy it all.
Cool.
Yep.
You find a small chest with 600 gold coins in it. And not a lot else. You
Were there-
actually, natural 20, you also find a bunch of bottles of powder and bits of animals that have been turned into tokens, feet of things, bits of tails. It's not nice. It's not nice.
I would gather some of it up out of like my natural curiosity. Not
Okay.
not the more gruesome of the stuff, but things that like can be like stowed nicely
Like
in my bag?
Or
Yeah, there's various bits and pieces. It looks like the kind of shit you would expect to find in a very dodgy market of, yeah,
But the rest of it, I'm going to
snake
set
oil
fire to.
salesmen.
yeah, the rest of it we chuck in the
Yeah.
campfire.
Cool. But yeah, there's not a lot else. There's some food. There's the sort of supplies you would expect for people who are camping out in the forest. These people lived very sparsely.
I'm going to. I was going to suggest that we wait until things are burnt beyond repair, and then I'm going to use my prestidigitation to put out any remaining fires,
Okay.
just so it can't get out of control.
Okay. Cool. All right. So over time, you burn all the awful things, put the fire out, and you leave. Are you burning like the tents and the wagon?
Everything.
Okay. Cool. So it takes a little time. It's probably getting dusky by the time you are done. But yeah, it's all
After that happens,
destroyed.
I'm doing plant growth to cover it up and restore it
Ah.
to the night.
okay. Cool. So by the time you're all done, this place looks like no one has been here.
As it should be.
It is all gone.
I guess we start making our
Sort
way
of
back,
get the impression that anything of value they had was on their bodies.
which is fine.
Went with
Yeah,
it.
it's fine. Let's go get a druid.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So for expedience, we'll say you
Yeah.
make your way back. I'm assuming you use owls, etc., to get back over all the bits and pieces, and you eventually
Druid.
find your way back to the druid's home. What are you doing?
They won't be a problem for you anymore.
Thank you. That is very helpful. Did you kill them?
No.
Rough them up and then persuade them they won't be coming back though.
Well, thank you.
I think I made it very clear to them that should they try anything of that nature again, I will hunt them down and murder them. And they didn't seem to like that very much, so they left.
I
And
see.
Thanks to some of us in our party, that area's nature has been restored as well.
Yes.
Ah, thank you. That is excellent news. I really do appreciate your help with this.
We have to
This
look
is-
after nature.
If
What
they
else?
do come back and become another issue, feel free to contact us through the druid that is probably going to come with us.
We will. Thank you. She sort of gestures, and you see a young woman step forward, and she says, "This is Tandi. She will be joining you, and helping with your ladies' animals. Please send her our regards."
We surely
will.
will. Can I
should-
just quickly
okay.
insight check Tandy to see if she seems the kind of person that's, that's going to be smiling and happy with the
Sure.
animals?
Sure.
It's gonna be a natural 2.
She seems
She seems
lovely.
nice.
She does,
wanted-
though. Like, she actually genuinely seems like a really lovely, gentle person. Like, she is smiling. She seems nice. Like, genuinely warm, and yeah.
I wanted to ask, have you met the lady? Do you know much about her?
Many, many moons ago, yes, she did our people a favor. And I guess now we are returning the favor.
As you might have noticed, she's quite a secretive person. She would probably want her involvement to be as minimal as possible. Would you mind if we took back the recommendation letter just to make sure that there is no, traces of her anywhere? I'm sure you can understand.
I think that was a letter from her to me, and therefore I should hang on to it.
That's fair enough. Thank you for your understanding.
One quick question before I leave, just because I am a very curious soul.
Mhm.
and I know that you can change your shape. I've got to ask, what is the fiercest creature you've ever seen?
The fiercest creature we have ever seen.
I just wonder if you could show me. I'm intrigued. I don't have this ability, and it's incredible.
She thinks for a minute, and then she laughs, and then she shifts, and she is a hippo.
Yep.
I will.
She opens her mouth, and it is bigger than you, and she kind of moves forward like she's going to bite you, but then stops. So like it's totally a like, haha, see this little guy. And then she closes it again and changes back to herself, and she goes, they look so friendly, and yet no, they could eat you. Except they wouldn't even eat you. They would just crush you and spit you out.
That's truly terrifying. Thank you for my nightmares.
I mean, you are very curious, little man.
Just meta to the rest of them. You can add hippo to your list now.
Yep, you sure can.
You're welcome.
I grabbed a big bag of fruits.
Legitimately, either that or a mosquito was what I was thinking in my brain.
Like, either one would be useful.
Yeah.
Yep. So I grabbed the bag of fruits, I put it on my shoulder.
Alright,
Truly,
we
thank
go
you
home
for your
then.
help. You have done our people a great service. We are extremely appreciative.
Should you need our help again, you know where to get in touch.
Indeed, Tundi will contact us. And she kind of skips forward and she goes, oh, I'm really excited. I hear there's some really cool animals in this menagerie. I can't wait to learn all about them.
Tell me, have you ever heard of a triceratops?
A what?
Come with me, I will explain, and I will lead her off.
Her whole face lights up at just the sound of something she's never heard of. She's very excited.
Alright, let's
I will
go.
stay a little back from the group a little bit as they are like walking away and preparing to say the magic word.
Mhm.
And just before they cast it, I will cast invisibility on myself
Okay.
because of reasons.
Okay. Okay.
Is this the reasons that I've helped you with before?
Probably not.
Yes, we'll see.
Because
Well,
I gave you inspiration last time.
You did. You did.
You can have it again.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah, you'll probably need it.
Okay.
Like, seriously, take the inspiration again.
Yeah. Will do.
All right.
D6, right?
D6, Kolnas?
D8.
D8.
D8? Okay, right. Perfect. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Best of luck. Please send your employer our deepest regards and tell her that she is correct. The debt is now paid. Wasitum, you just got Twitch inspiration as well.
Thank you.
All the inspiration.
All right. So what are you doing?
Bellatrix, 7 to beam up.
Sweet.
Let's go.
You say the words.
Yeah, I think we're
And
a
all
little
of
bit away
you
from the village.
feel that pull of teleportation, and you find yourselves back in the throne room. And Tundi is with you. And the lady is on the throne, and she goes, "Ah, welcome! I see you have brought me one of the delightful Druids of Ijala." And she steps
Yes.
forward and she says, "Yes, my lady, I am so excited to help you with your animals. My name is Tundi." And she says, "Ah, what a beautiful name. Very well." And she sort of gestures, and you see some of you have met him. The tall, sandy, blonde-haired man steps out, takes Tundi, and guides her away, as if he's taking her to have a look at the animals. Well, you were very successful. Thank you.
I step a few feet on the side, not saying anything, and I just pull out another pineapple from the bag and very excitedly just like wave it around like that. Like, does she seem to react at all?
Make a perception or an insight check.
Insight? Okay, let's see which one. Yeah, that's gonna be insight. It's a natural 20.
It's a natural 20.
Yes.
Okay. You
The look of the
see
boy.
just the slightest flicker of her eyes moving towards you. and
That's
then
all I wanted
going
to
back
know.
on the group.
Okay, I drop invisibility
And
and
then-
go back to the group.
And then she, oh, okay. Well, as you do
That's
that,
all I
she
wanted
frowns
to
and she goes, "Little gnome, you were hiding."
Sorry, I panicked.
Ah, I can understand.
I, as you can see, and I showed the different cuts and bruises. Like it has been a little rough, but it was for a
Really?
good cause.
How did you get into a fight with those lovely people?
Oh
They
no,
had
they were
poachers.
perfectly nice. They just had some noisy neighbors.
Ah, I see. So you helped them out. That was very kind of you.
We are very kind people.
Indeed.
And I
Very
give
well.
her a pineapple,
Oh, thank you.
saying these are extremely good. You should try.
They are. I have. They're delicious. Thank you very much. I shall enjoy it thoroughly.
And Ms. Kind of tail the guy and like I don't even remember what her name is. Tandy.
Tandy.
Sorry. That's why I wrote it down.
Yep.
Can I kind of just like trail off and follow them?
Sure. Okay.
In the throne room, how many exits do I see? Is there only the place we come in, or is
There
there
are
a door next to the
Two
throne?
that you know of. The main doors, which are the ones you usually go in and out of, but he just left through a side door with her. So there's at least another one.
Okay.
Which Ms. has also just left out of, I assume? You just left?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
I step out of the throne room, bowing gently to the lady, and as soon as I'm out of view, I white shape into a spider and just climb up the wall and just go back into the throne room.
Okay.
I would just like to try to see where she leaves from, where she leaves to.
Okay. So she sort of frowns and she goes, "My, everyone's in such a hurry to leave today. Well, I shan't keep the rest of you. As usual, you will find gold and, you know, the usual benefits attributed to you. And I shall send you something special, as I always do. Thank you again for your help."
Kolnas will bow and pointedly be overblown as usual, and then sweep out whistling the tune that the the Goliath was badly singing.
Okay. The rest of you leaving?
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
I stay on the wall.
Yeah, I figured. The doors close, and she sits back like this, and she goes, "All right, you can come down now."
I drop the animal shape. You can't blame me for being too curious.
No, curiosity is admirable.
Isn't it?
Hmm.
Oh well.
However,
And he sits down on the throne room and just starts to nibble on some fruits.
was there something you wanted to know, little gnome?
Just, looking around. Yes,
I
I
see.
wanted to see where you were going to.
Oh, as in how I leave the room. That's what you wanted to
Yes.
know. All right then.
Full
And she
disclosure,
stands
yes.
up. She dusts herself off and disappears. And you're left in the room
All
by
right.
yourself.
I
Don't
finish
sit
my
on the
fruit
throne.
and just go to my kitchen.
Okay. Excellent. Well, I would say that's probably us for this week, unless we want to follow him to the menagerie. Do you want to do that now, Ms.?
That's up to you. I can do it in the Ask NPC
Okay.
thing if
Alright,
you
we
want.
might just do it there. So, if anyone's watching and they really want to know, and they're not in the Gallant Horde, if you become a Twitch subscriber, you get access to our Discord and all our Gallant Horde chats, and then you can keep up with all the behind-the-scenes stories. So, do the thing. Plus,
You
help us
get
make this
interesting
happen.
stuff. Like
There
there is a
lot of
lot of interesting stuff
there's
going
a
on.
lot of role
A
play
lot
that
is
goes on.
There's
in
a
those-
cookie shop and everything. It's
There's
amazing.
a cookie shop. There's a library. There's a
Practical jokes.
emporium. There's all sorts of things that go on in there.
There's a
so.
decorated statue.
There is a decorated statue. Yeah.
There's like a
All right.
super
There's a
green
what,
grove
sorry?
now.
Yeah, there is a super green
A really
grove.
green grove.
Yep. There's all sorts of. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. It's great. All right, my darlings. thank you to you 6 lovely humans for being part of this crazy thing and for coming on this adventure with me and with us. Thank you to everyone who is watching us, tuning in every week. Next week, I believe we're doing... Oh my god, I've already forgotten what we're doing next week.
I believe it's the statues in the snow next week.
Statues in the snow. Actually, next week we're doing a double feature. I remember now. So we're doing Statues in the Snow on the Saturday, and then we're doing the Demon's Bathhouse on the Sunday. So we're doing a double feature weekend, 2 Gallant Horde shows in 1 weekend. So tune in for those. It'll be the same time both days, but 2 days in a row. Yeah, so come and join us for that. And otherwise, have a beautiful week. Stay safe, stay sane, stay awesome, and we love you. Look after yourselves.
Bye, everyone.